get a news update right up to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moravia to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision just to spoon.
Last Friday,
you want to know what's happening in the ministry to spoon.
Yesterday, on December 11th, the
yeah.
United States government sanctioned several officials using the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act and authorities under Section 7031C for visa restrictions. Calling out corruption and human rights abuse is a Biden administration foreign policy priority that is advanced globally. In these most recent cases, the designations are the result of the officials' individual actions and not those of a political party or the country itself. For those individuals who have been sanctioned by the U.S. Department of Treasury's Office of Foreign Acts Control under Global Magnitsky, they and their families will no longer be able to utilize the U.S. banking system, and they and their families will have a lifetime ban on visiting the United States. You can read more about these individual cases on the U.S. Treasury OFAC website. For those sanctioned by the U.S. Department of State under Section 7031C, they and their families will have a lifelong ban from entering the United States. 7031C provides that in cases where the Secretary of State has credible information that foreign officials have been involved in significant corruption or a gross violation of human rights, those individuals and immediate family members are ineligible for entry into the United States. Instead of focusing on these individual cases, as the information is now public and published online, I want to speak to you about corruption and its impact on your life and what you can do about it. I hear from my own employees and those Liberians I have met during my time here who tell me that their salary supports not only themselves and their children, but also their extended family members who are unemployed. They grumble about paying taxes. They know it's a necessity, but ask, where is the money going? Corruption doesn't only affect your life today, but threatens your family's future. The world. Last week on Friday, December 8th, and yesterday on December 11th, the United States government sanctioned several officials using the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act and authorities under Section 7031C for visa restrictions. Calling out corruption and human rights abuse is a Biden administration foreign policy priority that is advanced globally. In these most recent cases, the designations are the result of the officials' individual actions and not those of a political party or the country itself. For those individuals who have been sanctioned by the U.S. Department of Treasury's Office of Foreign Acts Control under Global Magnitsky, they and their families will no longer be able to utilize the U.S. banking system, and they and their families will have a lifetime ban on visiting the United States. You can read more about these individual cases on the U.S. Treasury OFAC website. For those sanctioned by the U.S. Department of State under Section 7031C, they and their families will have a lifelong ban from entering the United States. 7031C provides that in cases where the Secretary of State has credible information that foreign officials have been involved in significant corruption or a gross violation of human rights, those individuals and immediate family members are ineligible for entry into the United States. Instead of focusing on these individual cases, as the information is now public and published online, I want to speak to you about corruption and its impact on your life and what you can do about it. I hear from my own employees and those librarians I have met during my time here who tell me that their salary supports not only themselves and their children, but also their extended family members who are unemployed. They grumble about paying taxes. They know it's a necessity, but ask, where is the money going? Corruption doesn't only affect your life today, but threatens your family's future. The world.
Members of the press. On yesterday, December 11, 2023, the United States Department of State designated 30 prominent former and current government officials from developing countries for visa restrictions under its Regulation 7831C. In Nigeria, these U.S. visa restrictions were imposed on me and two of my government colleagues, namely Senator James Emmanuel Lokwe of Manhattan County and Commerce Minister Samuel T. Twett. To make it explicit, according to my understanding, on the allegations that we solicited money or other instruments of value from the public and private sectors and offered them to senators and other representatives to pass laws and other legislative instruments. We categorically deny and refute these allegations. They are false and misleading, untrue, and unfounded. Since my stewardship as administrative head of the Senate, never have I taken a dime from any source and offered it to any of my colleagues in any of the legislative chambers or to any of our staff to manipulate the legislative processes. Clearly, Washington has been misinformed and misguided by each other. Distinguished colleagues, in pursuance of justice and to remove our names and those of our targeted family members from the visa restriction list of the U.S. State Department, we will take advantage of the legal process available through the U.S. legal system. To the highest decision makers in the government of the United States of America, in the cities. If your embassy in Liberia or the desk officers and other low-ranking officers in the State Department have not told you in their votes for crucial legislative instruments and the abolishment of executive or close those sessions to erase any doubt of secrecy. And number two, everyone, including the U.S. Embassy in Monrovia and other low-key officials in the State Department, know that the process for the elections for the temporary temporary of the Senate for the 55th legislature has started. The timing of the action taken on two key senators, Chair and Lokwe, is of our concern. We always hear that the United States believes in a free and fair electoral process. We are therefore taken aback by the U.S. visa restriction just few weeks from the Senate leadership election process. Distinguished colleagues, let me let you know, and I know you are already aware, that the allegations against Chair, Webb, and Lokwe for soliciting bribes from public preparing resources, and carry them to you to influence the legislative process, also impugn on your integrity as well. And you will take the appropriate action individually, severally, and collectively as the wisdom dictates. No matter from which angle you look at it, the attack is on all legislators, whether from ruling position, from opposition, or from no position. Thank you. Senator James Emmanuel Lokwe of Mangibi County and Commerce Minister Samuel G12. To make it explicit, according to my understanding, on the allegations that we solicited money or other instruments of value from the public and private sectors and offered them to senators and other representatives to pass laws and other legislative instruments. We categorically deny and refute these allegations. They are false and misleading, untrue, and unfounded. Since my stewardship as administrative head of the Senate, never have I taken a dime from any source and offered it to any of my colleagues with any of the legislative chambers or to any of our staff to manipulate the legislative processes. Clearly, Washington has been misinformed and misguided by intruders. Distinguished colleagues, in pursuance of justice and to remove our names and those of our targeted family members from the visa restriction list of the U.S. State Department, we will take advantage of the legal process available through the U.S. legal system. To the highest decision makers in the government of the United States of America, in the cities, if your embassy in Liberia or the desk officers and other low-ranking officers in the State Department have not told you in new posts for crucial legislative instruments and the abolishment of executive or closed door sessions to erase any doubt of secrecy. And two, everyone, including the U.S. Embassy in Monrovia and other low-key officials in the State Department, know that the process for the elections for the temporary temporary of the Senate for the 55th legislature has started. The timing of the action taken on two key senators, Chair and Lokwe, is of our concern. We always hear that the United States believes in a free and fair electoral process. We are therefore taken aback by the U.S. visa restriction just few weeks from the Senate leadership election process. Distinguished colleagues, let me let you know, and I know you are already aware, that the allegations against Chair were no way for soliciting bribes from public preparing sources and carry them to you to influence the legislative process, also impugn on your integrity as well. And you will take the appropriate action individually, severally, and collectively as the wisdom dictates. No matter from which angle you look at it, the attack is on all legislators, whether from ruling position, from opposition, or from no position. Thank you.
Thousands of this country are united. They have suffered for too long. Now they will not be polarized. They will not. We've reached the end, as I said, of Liberian political history. There is no further vertical ascent. The masses are in power. There will be lateral movements. Lateral movements. More space for men and women to come into the Congress for democratic change, for new thinking and new perspective to come into the perspective of the Congress for democratic change. Our tent is wide enough to embrace anybody. This country will embrace all of its true sons and daughters. This party, this president is willing to listen to all to move this country forward. That is the message. That is the message. This country will rise. The economic challenges we face today will be behind us very soon. We will change the foundation of our economy from input to export-led private sector growth. All of us. This is what's going to happen. Speak. Let us speak. That's going to happen. And so, make no mistake. Whenever you're hearing elements trying to foment dissent, where the necessity for that dissent is not there. But the conscious sons, on all sides, we are conscious. We went to the University of Liberia. We saw what happened. Many of us were sent there, were sponsored by His Excellency George Banawia. Numerous scholarships. Invested heavily in the University of Liberia. He knows the place. He knows the University Student Union. He knows Student Democratic Alliance. He knows Student Unification Party. He knows Student Education Movement. Come on. We forge the unity necessary to take our country forward. So on this my birthday, I sound these messages of peace and harmony in our country. So I look to the uplift land of prosperity beckoning into our future.
In this country, 18 years of service, hard work. I can go to the U.S. Embassy. They can give me multiple entry visa. If I want to go to America every month, I'll go to America every month. They be claiming the embassy denied me visa. The embassy, this is my proof. The embassy issued me a visa. I'm not saying it, I'm demonstrating it. I'm demonstrating it. Ask them where their so-called candidate can even walk to that embassy. Why would you bother yourself with somebody who has been condemned by the whole world? Once America condemns you, the whole world condemns you. Once you are condemned by America, the whole world has condemned you.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band, Charges on the beat. To get your information. Okay, tune to spoon to get your information. Tune to spoon to get all the latest updates about the major happenings in Liberia. I'd like to say welcome. This is the late night show, the late night politics on Spoon. We are here again, live on Spoon 107.5 FM. We're live on Fabric 101.1 FM, Super 95.5 FM, and other frequencies across the country. Thanks for joining us tonight. Yes, the late night show is where we get to talk about trending national issues. Here we agree and we disagree, but yes, we keep the conversation moving on because we have we take so dear to us the interests of our country, Liberia, and I want to say thanks to all of you for joining us tonight. Let me go across and welcome the folks who are here. The night promises to be fascinating. Kindly share the program as you join us. So we have a great show. I'm Nelson Colette. Let me bring in Moba Zoka. Moba, thanks for joining us tonight. It's good to see you.
Thank you, Nelson.
And then Francis, it's good to see you tonight. I see the Liberian flag The Lone Star in the
I do
background.
my leg corner. Good
It
morning,
tells
good
me that
evening.
you're regular. Listen, anytime you come on the show and I don't see that flag in the background, I'm going to be asking some questions. Francis, where are you today?
Sometimes we gotta
Yeah,
change. Sometimes we gotta change.
Don't be that MOBA. MOBA can join in from some strange locations,
So questionable
sometimes
places.
terrible places. When I look at the guy's background, I say, wow,
It mean like
maybe
Bobby
I
and
should wear
Shaka.
this way. Yeah, Batman
Now,
Shaga.
I always do my hustle ground my own, man. I want to my hustle ground to my house. There are two places I can be always.
Come on. The man say he trying to be a cool guy. He doesn't go out. Mama say nowadays he doesn't go out when he's not invited. He goes out by invitation and all of that. Yeah.
That's me. I had to go out. Seriously.
Man, why they not in the street anymore, man? We all men
I had to go out. People,
nothing out there, bro.
when people having party, right?
Not
It's
yet,
really
they tie,
invitation, right?
My man, the only thing I do now maybe like house party, somebody have a little get together,
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Nancy, right? Let me say something, right? People can invite me, and they can when they finish sending me the invitation, they'll be like, "My man, we beg you, we know you can come up, please, my man, just gotta leave when I 30 minutes here, 1 hour said that go to what they to your house, and end of the day I will not go. Then I'll buy my man. Then they will be like, oh, and I screech to me, I know you're not can. But it's not to say I let to associate myself, but I that be based on a lot of stuff. That's all.
Yeah. Mova.
Yeah, my man. See me, I drinking my little water to that.
But what the guy? Sam keep giving me hard time for. He said his cultural ambassadors incoming video. No, his incoming cultural ambassadors video.
Perfect key.
Yeah, my man. You already believe in the perfect key cultural ambassador thing? Yeah. Can he make?
My era that's like got nothing to say about it.
Oh no, Francis escape.
Play. Nothing. Play the man. County CDC phone, man. The percentage.
Oh, the math.
Yeah,
video.
at least that.
The prophet came on the show. The prophet said, "Look, that the math that takes your way from power." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah." See you. Especially when I do the point and lay one side point.
I don't know the way you can do it more. Like the way you can we recently play, make it stick, make it point,
No, when you're trying to catch up with your own math, that's what happens. For the 7 point, then you low in the air.
I thinking so bad.
Then we get Josh. We are all the numbers. How much number leave? And I 1%, 0.2%, because 99.89%. When you add 1% to the 99, then you know that 100%. So definitely, they're not even how to call it 1% in all, because that 99.89%. So they're not even 1%. That half of 1%. So that half of 1%, when you get a George Weah, what did George Weah get? George Weah will get actually call it, and you'll be in 49. You'll still be 49 point it is something percent. 49.87, okay, 0.19%. 49.
Oh shit! The key. The mega disappointed. Oh God!
Listen, that math, the men say like that the math that take President we have from power. But look at that calculation. What the prophet really knew what he was doing. He really knew that calculation you were on.
That's why the man said that in CDC war room, that calculation came from. That from you didn't
So that
but he's right. That's why they were talking. All they say, you know what?
Well, man,
we will watch NEC. We'll wait for NEC to put the number.
push it
When you
out.
calculate this,
The man be talking secret.
what kind of man are you see Ben Savino? Oh, then the bubble head, just shaking the bubble head.
But listen,
But on the map there,
at some point, the prophet can sound confident that 49 point.
0.8 point.
Then 49 point. 91% point, 9%.
Nothing between the point for CDC, right? I beg you for the one that say the thing can help, man.
No, wait. Let's understand the math more. We gotta understand the math.
Then we get Josh, we have all the numbers. How much number leave? And a 1%, 0.2%, because 99.89%. When you add 1% to the 99, then you know that 100%. So definitely, they're not even how to call it 1% in all, because of that 99.89%. So they're not even 1%. That half of 1%. So that half of 1%, when you get a George Weah, what did George Weah get? George Weah will get out to and you'll be in 49. You'll still be in 49 point, it is something percent. 49.87, okay, 0.19%. 49.
Man, I don't get a perfect hot number.
The prophet confused you, man.
The prophet got
point
it
for
out.
me. Point.
They call him the prophet, the only prophet.
The prophet got it math. That math there. The math right there. Nothing more, nothing less. That the math there. Yeah, but it's good to be here again.
We won't discuss what we have, man. Before we go to the topic, you won't watch.
My man. The happy birthday, the birthday man.
My man, go take all that thing from on you back. You play 2 games, roll the put near you. Still put that on your body, my man.
My man, it don't matter to that Rocky, my whole ego.
I mean, yeah, my man. We
you play 2 games in like say 2 weeks. You lost it, but you still waiting.
MOBA ain't matter, MOBA.
Exactly, it don't matter.
What happened to mobile microphone? What happened to mobile mic? Anyway. So, but guys, we have to move on. I want to say thank you for being here tonight. We are just few here, so we will we'll go ahead and do a quick what's on your mind. Let's get your view. Let's gather some views from you guys from the happiness today, and then we'll move on to our final talking points. Well, Councillor Gloria Mususkat, and the rest of the family members who are at the correction center appeared today at the Temple of Justice. Well, there were some updates provided on the case, and we'll dive into that a little today, and then following the U.S. sanction, Senator Temp Abachi, as most of you are aware, he challenged the sanction and also called on his colleagues to see that sanction against him and Senator Nukwe as something that concerns not just the 2 lawmakers but all of them at the legislature, because they are members of that house, and if a sanction comes up against the pro temp because of his alleged involvement with the process there, soliciting money to pass bills, then they should also consider themselves captured. So he went on to ask them to seek some legal redress, not sitting and waiting for the issue to drop right before their doorstairs, before taking the necessary actions. Well, he says the sanction is, he defied. It's not true. It's misleading, it's unfounded, and he will take up the issue appropriately. And we also saw a communication from the Solicitor General, former Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia, Sima, Councillor Sima Serena Cephas. In that communication, we're going to read it out. He said he called on the WIA administration to take seriously the list, the continuous issue of sanctions against top officials of government. He says this is something that is going to undermine the progress made by the WIA administration. He shouldn't take it lightly. And he called on President George Weah to set up an independent team to investigate all of those who have been enlisted for sanction. Well, this is the Solicitor General who was enlisted for sanction over 4 or 5 months ago. Over 4 or 5 months ago. And a lot of people are asking, why now? Very good communication, but why now? And he went on to recommend individuals or institutions from which those individuals should come or should be selected to serve as investigators on this particular committee to ensure that the individuals who have been enlisted for sanctions are investigated in line with what the U.S. government has come up with, and so that if they are guilty, the appropriate actions can be taken. If not, then their names can be cleared off the whole thing about all of those allegations that have been brought upon them. But we're gonna move into these discussions. But for just 1 minute each, let's hear what's on your mind. Beginning with you, Moba. I think I'm gonna set a timer because I want to make sure that we leave from here earlier tonight.
I will not stay on set because what on my mind? The attack on the senator car, I think it happened yesterday. I think it was, it was really bad. Our young people taking violence in their hands every day. I think it is wrong. You guys, what you're doing, it is wrong. We come here every day, talk to you guys, you guys mixing all your future up. If you don't like somebody, wait for election time and vote them out. You're forced to vote for the person. But imagine the senator was driving through and I saw a fellow who stood up on the car and he jumped on his car and there was, I think about 2 or 3 scratch marks on his car. I think, the youth of our country now, or more especially our generation, they're getting too brave into violence because they know that this government, George Weah government, is he value justice. But I can tell you for sure, what all they want to do, let them do it now. Let it go.
So someone is asking in the comment section, which senator?
Senator Abraham Darrell Dillon. Senator Abraham Darrell Dillon was driving to, I think, Koji were on our St. Avenue trying to, and then there was a gang were on the road, get to her car, beat her car good, and step all on her car. They started putting finger at him. And some guys were there like, no, God, we can do this, man. Y'all stop that. So, I just send a caveat to them. Let it do what they can do because on a JLP government, we're not condoning the type of attitude. We will make sure if you caught in violence like this, you'll be prosecuted according to the law. We don't want our country to be lawless there. Now on a George Weah government, people that do things, it go free. Because you support George Weah, you do things, it go free. That guy, what I made did today when I in the United States here, telling him beyond bar. To be frank, you can just go on people's car, you jump there, you start knocking, and you put in finger you want, you and the man is a senator. In case somebody from that other background say, okay, you know what? That would defend our senator on the other side. There's a commotion right there. We don't want that. We want the justice to be done for all. Let it be served. Israel is getting all of hand. I think the police, senator, they don't need to take that matter to the police station. You need to file a complaint so that individual who did that stuff can be arrested and pay for his crime.
Thank you.
I submit. That is wrong.
Thanks a lot. Mobile violence should be discouraged. Violence of any form, kind, shape, or whatever should be discouraged because it has never been the way forward. Let's hear from you, Francis. What's on your mind? Miss Cora, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on.
Yeah, just to continue from where Mobile stopped. I mean, I'm not gonna say they should do what they can right now because the next government are coming. No, they should stop right now because it's like they are setting themselves up.
No, wait 2 seconds. The reason I said that because there will be no justice.
Trust me, I get what you're saying, bro. Yeah. Bro, I get what you're saying. You're right. But they're setting themselves up because they are used to this stuff. You know, this Georgia government where representative can, when you get arrested, the representative can just walk to the police station, walk right past the police officer, go and grab you out of the jail and take you home. That's not going to will not be happening. Representative will have the only power they have is to make law. The legislature will legislate. They will not be law enforcement like they are now, or Banana Republic. It will not be happening. So don't be shocked. Let's hear the new words that the police also too, they want to protest or go on strike because they are not getting paid for
I said it yesterday.
2 to 4 months. You see, that's crazy. You can't have a country. First of all, it's even wrong. The police, the foot police that in the traffic in the street, they don't even have respect. The citizens don't have respect for them because they're hungry. They gotta beg the people for money before they go feed their children. But the ones that protecting the ministers, the president, the top government officials, those guys are getting paid. Because you know what? Those are the ones that are carrying the gun to protect those same criminals that are stealing the Liberian money. So they pay those guys. But everyday Liberians have no protection from one another. They can just beat up each other in the street. But we need to stop this stuff. You can't be doing that. I know we'll come here every day, we'll talk about this, but they need to build enough prisons in our country. Every county should have a prison. And even private prison, where people can profit from it, for profit prison. So that they can lock people up that do things like this. Because at the way Liberia going, it will get bad if we don't nip it in the bud real quick. Build enough prison. Then there's more job. Because you hire good Liberians to be prison guards to keep those bad Liberians in prison. Then we'll invest in it. We'll invest more money into the prison system. Then we'll get a return. For every bad people that go in prison, we get a return. So whether you're lucky or not, y'all keep acting bad. But y'all will be locked up for a long time. And then y'all will land.
Let's hear you, Toure. Then we'll come to Miss Cora. What's in your mind quickly, Toure?
Toure, you're mute.
Yeah, so thank you so very much, Nelson. And good evening, good morning, good afternoon to our viewers here in the United States and around the world. So what's on my mind is what all my colleagues have talked about. But for me, I'm gonna take it a notch, right? So we have a system, we have a population that are indignant, right? So when people are subjected to that condition, right? They obviously feel very, very unwanted, or sort of like feeling like they are being mistreated, and not really giving them opportunity that they duly desire. But what is happening? It built animosity, it built angers, it built disruptive behaviors, right? But they are not directing it to the appropriate individual that have subjected them to this anger. That's the problem with this. We see that they are angry. We see that people, even you tell them good morning, sometimes someone don't look at you. What is good about this morning? You know what I'm saying? That's the condition that people have been subjected to, right? Everybody just in the morning, everybody feel just front up, who go to bed, wake up in the morning angry. You know, so that's the condition that people have been subjected to over the years, right? But you don't go ahead and try attacking a senator that has spent all of his life, or at least his political life, trying to amend some of the trouble and condition that people have been subjected to, bad situation that people have been subjected to in our country. Why have Dillon done so much, right? Flagging these things out. That's what Dillon have done. You know, so I don't know why would you attack a man like that and leave out people that have perpetrated this kind of, you know, condition that you are suffering from today, right? But let me tell you, we have a problem. We have a problem as a society. We have a problem as a country. And I know we are all excited right now about the prospect of JMB. But we're going to go back to the point again that says, you know, you know, limit, or at least limit your expectation. Because I'm telling you, there are so many things that are so bad in our country, Nelson. You live there, that you cannot say in all seriousness that the people will just solve all of these things at once, right? You're talking about human capacity building has been disrupted, the healthcare depleted, educational system does not exist, right? So all of the fabric that help develop human capacity have all been sort of like put in a wayside. So these are the trouble that we face. And don't even get me started with the psychological aspect of this, the mental, the physical, and emotional, you know, aspect of all of these things, right? So there are so many things that you have to build before you can even start thinking about, you know, you have the tangible and the intangible, right? So the tangible, you can see those things and you can actually affect those ones, right? But the intangibles are what that people don't see.
Thank you.
But there where some of these problem lies. So there are so many things, man, that like bring people, we all should be. So when people say limit your expectation, they are saying it not because of what you're seeing on the surface, though, but what you are not seeing that causes more damage than what you are seeing. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Let's take you, Miss Cora, and then we move on to.
Good evening to my colleagues and to you, Nelson. Good morning. And I so sad. I feel so sad. I feel so sad. I can't understand what brought us to this level. What are we doing? What's happening to Liberia at this time? You will not be surprised that some people will just meet people in the street and stab them to death. There are a lot of bandit behavior ongoing in Liberia. We need to see how we can arrest the situation. We need to see how we can put people in a. I don't want to use the word prison because it's too strong. We can build a camp where we can have the rehabilitation for our children. A beautiful, I will call it a rehab camp or a rehab village that would be protected. I know it will be difficult, but at least let's start it. Because for little things, somebody can go in the street and demonstrate. Just get a train, and they can say that put it in Zico. They will get a train something and say when you go, the senator or the representative will be at this point at this time. Go and stop them. It making me to think about the 1990 war. They brought children on the field of play, get them gone, and then they will tell them, say, that person killed them. And the person, they under the influence of drugs or something, and they'll go and kill somebody. Are we going back to the time of 1990, during the time, the heat of the war, where the time we had rebels? This is so bad. Meeting people in the street and attacking them. And then you say mistaken identity. Meeting other people going to their homes. Right now, all of the homes we have around now, we have window bars. We are into their houses like we are in prison. We need something to be done immediately. I kind of asking the Liberian government to do something as quick as possible. All of the different gangster area that they have, they need to quarantine those places. And after they do that, they find place. I want Joseph Boycott government to have this as a priority to make it to be number one. Let us see how we can get these children into a place, confirm them. Other than that, people that are disenchanted because they are leaving public office or their family are being sanctioned, they will put people out there, transfer aggression they will indict a lot of people and destroy the lives of people. This is sad. Look at what they did to this man today. It's just the beginning of hating the leaders. What will happen tomorrow? If that man can do it, that person can do it, and nothing is being done today, I can tell you, my family, they will continue in subsequent times. So it's sad that Liberia see what we can do. Everybody should be a police officer for each person.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Miss Cora. And with that, we'd like to move on to our talking point tonight. It's very important. This whole thing about this sanction in our country has taken a new trend, has gone to a whole different level all by itself. Today, we saw one of those designated for the sanction, the Senate pro tempore of the Republic of Liberia, Senator Albert Chie. He challenged the sanction today. He said, look, that sanction is baseless, is unfounded in his words. He said, it doesn't reflect the reality of who he is, or what his workings are at the legislature. And then he went on to challenge. He said he will be taking the legal action very soon. And then he went on to challenge his colleagues that they shouldn't remain mute. That if they keep silent about this whole thing that has to do with the sanction, it will have a reflection on them because they are members of the very Senate that he's a pro tempore of. And if there's an issue, there's an allegation on him of soliciting money to be able to pass certain legislation or whatever, it has a reflection on them. Now, on the flip side, we saw Sima Serena Sifa, the former Solicitor General of Liberia. For him, he called on the Liberian government. Now, we're going to go to that aspect. Let me find the communication. But let's hear from you guys. Let's start with you, Ture. When you listen to the Senate pro tempore Albert Chie today, challenging this particular okay, let me just bring a pass of this one. Challenging the sanction today from the Senate, from the US government.
All distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On yesterday, December 11, 2023, the United States Department of State designated 30 prominent former and current government officials from developing countries for visa restrictions under its regulations 7831C. In Nigeria, these U.S. visa restrictions were imposed on the two of my government colleagues, namely Senator James Emmanuel Lokwe of Majiri County and Finance Minister Samuel G12. To make it explicit, according to my understanding, on the allegations that we solicited money or other instruments of value from the public and private sectors and offered them to senators and other representatives to pass laws and other legislative instruments. We categorically deny and refute these allegations. They are false and misleading, untrue, and unfounded. Since my stewardship.
So there you have it. The Senate pro tempore Albert Chie said the allegations are untrue, they are unfounded, and nothing as such ever happened under his stewardship. Let's hear from you, Ture. What do you make of this reaction from the Senate pro tempore today? Is he putting up a self-defense? Is he trying to clear his name? Is he standing out from the rest of the others who have been sanctioned to try to clear his name from this thing? Is he being remorseful? What's your analysis of that response from the Senate Pro Tempore Aberchir?
Bluff. And let me just borrow a phrase from former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf when she told Mehdi Hassan on Al Jazeera that this was a mere showmanship. You know what I'm saying? Like that's exactly what this is, right? At the end of the day, let's make this very clear. America harmonize man internet.
Ture, are you with us? Okay, so we lost Ture. Let's move. Ture, are you still here? Oh my word!
Harmonize man internet. He will come out.
Okay.
Have all of these facts before they can come with their charges. So if you can sit there and try to gain whatever public sentiment that he was trying to or we categorically deny all of these things. Yeah, you can categorically and geographically and philosophically whatever deny all you want. By the end of the day, I'm telling you, bro, you're just being charged. All right, and the sad part about this whole thing is their family. It's those little kids, man. Yo, you talking about not only these guys not gonna have anything to do with America ever again in their lifetime, but their immediate family, bro. Right? These are how serious these things are. This is not a joke. So he can go up there and try to make all of these things, making sweet more. Matter of fact, he's not even speaking for himself. He spoke for Samuel Twe and Nukwe. He said we. He said we. So I don't know whether he's
are we seeing something similar here, like in the case of the first three officials that were sanctioned, Minister McGill, the MPA boss Bill Tare, and then also the Solicitor General. The three ex-officials of government wrote one resignation letter, a single resignation letter, and they all three signed it. Is it the repeat of this situation when the Senate Pro Tempore would take the stage at the Liberian Senate and speak on behalf of all three of his colleagues and said they categorically denounce that the sanction is unfunded, is baseless, and all of that.
Well, at the end of the day, I think the other three guys, they were smart enough. They just eased their way out of the way and did that thing and went and sat down because they own us too. Let me tell you, you have to be naive to challenge the U.S. when they come with these things. Because before America can come out with these things, right? They try to put everything. Look, they will vet these things. They will call their sources. They will go through all of the processes. They will visit banking sectors. Even if the guy have any deal with any financial institutions or any individual that came out, any business of anything, or they would have even set somebody up to go in that country and try to set the guys up. America is capable of doing all of these things. So at the end of the day, so when people come with these facts, when people come with these charges, you just take your L and go sit down, right? Because the last thing you want to do is to challenge the U.S. And if you do that, guess what? Another one will come set out that will be bigger than this one. All right? Because where you going? Are you gonna sue the U.S.?
The senator said that they're going to seek legal redress in this issue. They're going to see what do you think the senator is going to do next? The Senate Pro Tempore.
Man, good luck to them. Look, I'm not even gonna waste my time to even talk that one, bro. Go to the next person. I'm not gonna waste my time because I know These things, they are highly. I'm talking about 199% accurate. Let the manager take that L and stop the whole showmanship and just get the heck out of the way.
Now,
That's all I can say.
Ray, let me end up with you on this. I'm gonna move to Miss Cora next. But if you were in this case, assuming you are the Senate pro tempore
Go for
of
bail. I'm
the
not doing that
Republic,
position.
no. I'm just, I mean, assuming
Okay, all
you're
right.
in this case, I know you.
Hypothetically, okay, yeah.
Yeah, hypothetically, if you are in this case, Senate pro tempore of the Liberian Senate, a respectable individual, someone who a lot of people look up to, and then boom, this sanction blows up. Like in the case of Jefferson Kochi, a very influential young man, someone who controls a good number of young people across the country, or in the case of Senator Emmanuel Nukwe. And then this sanction comes up. What will be your response or your reaction to a situation like this?
To be quite honest, I will not be shocked.
You'll not be shocked?
Absolutely not. Knowing everything that happened, look, man, look, everything that happened on President George Manawe administration, right? They were up, they were in the air, bro. Like, you don't have to be a forensic auditor to know that some things were not just right. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of corruption activity that happened on Ellen Johnny Sirleaf. You will be oblivious to reality to not think that corruption happened on Madam Ellen Johnny Sirleaf. But it was not done in a flagrant way that we saw on President George Manawe. All right? That's why when John Molu was on a very spoon TV, when they asked the question, how hard it's going to be for you to actually trace some of these guys' assets? What did he say? He said, man, look, that's not hard because these guys is out there. You can see it, right? So when we talk about, look, and I'm not even going to say that is, I mean, or Aborche can sit there and try to be diplomatic as much as you want to be, but nothing. The upper or the lower household, everybody in that place there, they all corrupt. All right, I'm the one saying it. They all corrupt. Even if you go ahead with the removal of Cabinet Janet, somebody came on the platform. I think it was Verdia who said that a lot of people will be sanctioned on the removal of Cabinet Janet. So you think that bill, you think to remove Cabinet Janet, people didn't take bribe? Of course, people took bribes to remove Cabinet Janet. All right, and it happened on the whole watch. He was the one there as a Senate temporary. So you want to tell me, oh, it was so constitutional that Cabinet Janet were removed like that? Nah, man. Look, some things, Nelson, you don't even have to go session, right, to see how things play out. So when he got an indictment and come in, look, let the manager will sit down.
Thank you.
And to challenge the situation.
Thank you. That's what you did.
To further down themselves into a deeper situation than they already found.
Let's go you there, Ray. Miss Cora, let's hear you on this. You listen to the
No, go ahead, Nelson.
So you listen to the Senate pro tempore Aberchie reacting or responding to the latest action from the U.S. government, the sanction. He said it's baseless, it's unfounded. Is not a reflection of the reality. And in fact, they're going to take it to the next level. They will seek some legal redress. He will try to clear his name of this thing here. What do you make of that reaction from the senator? And why do you think he's reacting this way?
Okay, yeah, I will say thank you. Nelson, he do have his right, okay? He do have his right. He do have the right to say what he want to say. He do have the right to seek legal redress to everything. But honestly speaking, when Joy Howard and other people were sanctioned, where were they? They are into government. And they know, honestly speaking, what they've been doing in the system.
You say who was sanctioned?
Joy Howard. She never been sanctioned before.
Okay, maybe it's escaping me.
I didn't hear
Josh,
that.
Josh, are you
It's
aware of
not
that?
by this time. I mean,
She was sanctioned right after Chancellor was sanctioned.
right after Chancellor was sanctioned. Okay.
That's the
And
time. Okay.
what? Yes. To tell you that if you start to see smoke, and then you in a system, you start getting prepared. In the just this open government, there are people who have been sanctioned. Have they come together to say no, this thing is getting serious? What can we do to pour or spill or spill? What have they been doing? Or it should come to him as the Senate pro term that what we're making to come up to speak the way he speak. They just sanctioned few people in the government just last week. What was the approach of the people in the government? So what I say is that he's not the only one, and he's not going to be the only one. So if you see things like this, don't think because it's in your shoe now you want to let fire to create a situation where people should start crying for you. Don't do that. If you can't do it for other people, don't do it at this time. So if you want to go sue, yes. And who is suing? Maybe it'll be the Liberian government.
Now, Miss Cora, now let's take into consideration the response. I want to take it from right here. I want to take it from this point. Okay, let me take it from this point.
We categorically deny and refute these allegations. They are false and misleading, untrue, and unfounded.
Okay, so he said they categorically denounce the claims, the allegation. Number one, he said they are untrue, which means the American government is lying. They are misleading, which means the American government, according to what the senator is saying, is putting out false information to mislead the people in thinking that he's this, that, X, Y, Z, and they are unfounded. They are baseless. And then he went on to talk about what they're gonna do. You see this response to the sanction from the U.S. government as something that's gonna help? Is it helping him out in any way? Is it helping to better off the situation, or is it getting him into bigger problem?
No, I will not say it's going to help him as a person. I will look at the sanction being placed on people in Liberia right now. It's a help to the Liberian government and people that are going to vie for public office to be cautious of what they're going to do. But I will speak to what he's saying right now. If he can prove the allegation into court and say the allegation versus the American government prove. If he can prove innocent, then I say he's innocent. Then I will say the
But
American government.
how does he prove innocent in this case?
And so if he's saying he's going to go to court, he's going to go to court based on the allegation that were placed on him, the allegation that led to him being sanctioned. There are things that the American government found out. There are proof. There are a lot of things what they listed. So he's going to go against it one by one. He's going to do an analysis. If they said this, he's going to analyze it and say, no, I didn't do this. This is my proof. I'm clean. So if he can prove those things that have been alleged against him, that caused the American government to place sanction on every one of them, if they can prove it, then I say yes in a court of law. If he can prove it, then he will clear out his name. But if he can't prove it, it still stands that the sanction holds.
Do you see the possibility of he clearing his name from this issue that's been raised against him, for which he's designated?
The blind man said in Liberia, the blind man, even the dumb person, they know it's glaring. The Liberians, they don't know how to eat, how to steal. They still open it. They steal to the extent that they don't care what people say. They will always say that other people did it. If I do it, what they say. There are things that they open it with every month. So I can tell you that he will say it. I don't want to say it's a bluff, but he will say it, but he don't have proof to clear his name. Every one of them, because everyone know how the system been run. Everybody know how things been played. It's something that you cannot easily deny.
Thanks a lot, Miss Cora. Thanks for weighing in your thoughts. Officer Hans Johnson. Hans Johnson. Let me say I should call your name the right way. Hans Johnson.
Heinz.
Welcome,
I,
Hans.
I will disappear for 30 minutes because I'm going to do my 1 2 1 2. I will join y'all later.
Thanks a lot, Miss Cora.
Thank
Um,
you.
now let's take George and we'll take Francis and Moba, and then Officer Hans Johnson will come in. George, what do you make of this response? Senate Pro Tempore Abachi sharply reacted to the U.S. Sanction against not just him, but the two other top officials of government. Not just that, but he told his colleagues at the Senate today that they should equally stand up, because if they remain mute, thinking that it's only about him, Abachi, and Emmanuel Nukwe, it has that situation casts a dark cloud over all of the legislature there, because if it is established that he accepted bribe to pass laws and manipulate other processes, then it means that they themselves are involved. What do you make of this reaction?
Oh, thank you, Nelson. Thank you, everyone. Look, I think there's a lot of truth to what he said. I don't know, because look, if you are accused of stealing to feed your family, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Your family is equally guilty as you, because they know you are not working and you're bringing all this meat at home, right?
Okay.
So that's he was right. He was right. So if it is true that he has been taking bribe, he's probably been giving it to the other lawmakers to pass a law, because he won't cannot pass a law. So those charges extend to those people. And I don't know why it's so difficult for people to understand that. It's extended to them.
So you
It-
think
it- it-
all of the senators should now be
uh,
worried because their boss, the pro tempore, has been designated on these charges?
my extension, yes. However, because to pass a law, you don't have to have everyone to agree. You know what I mean? You can choose certain people to agree. You need the numbers and so on, right? The majority to win, to pass a law. So it would be like you get maybe 50% of the people there and you pass a law. So some lawmakers might not be part of that sharing of the wealth or the brown envelopes around. But most of them will be part of it, because you need most people in the legislature or in the Senate to pass a law.
Hey, George,
So
can you
so,
speak
so
up a
George,
little
he
bit?
said he
Uh,
said that, yeah, he said that the sanction, the charges, the allegations leveled against him are untrue, they are baseless, they're misleading and unfounded. Do you think that was a right response uh, to come from the Senate Pro Tempore Aberchie, especially in such a time?
Nelson, can you guys hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to step away a bit, but we're hearing
Yeah.
you clearly.
Okay. Good. So every year, hundreds of people names are removed from that list, from the sanction list. That tells you that some people names are put there by mistake, by misinformation.
Mistake?
When I say mistake,
Mhm.
it could be a mistake of somebody wrongly accusing Nelson. And because we don't have all the facts, and you don't want Nelson to continue doing bad things, if the accusation could be true, you put him on the list and then observe him for some time and see exactly what he does. So that could be construed as mistake. So if you go and read, just go and Google it, how many people are removed from OFAC's list of sanctions every year? They will tell you hundreds are removed. The reason they are removed is simple. It is either those people have changed, reformed themselves, or there's not enough evidence to prove that that which they were accused of, they did it. So that's why hundreds of people's names are removed from that list every year. So look, I don't know the senator. I don't know whether he's a man who, when he says yes, his yes is a yes. But I think he's very brave to challenge the United States of America on these allegations. And I think to do that, he must have a lot of grounds to do that, because he knows that if he challenges them wrongfully, they can extend that sanctions further.
Josh, if you were in this case, if
Mhm.
you were the Senate Pro Tempore of the Republic of Liberia, and this issue is brought on you, affecting not just you, or your family. What would be your reaction? How would you react to this? How will you proceed? Even in the case where you want to clear your name of all of those issues that have been brought down on you. Maybe you're innocent, or let's assume what you've said, your name was placed there by mistake. What will be your reaction? How will you handle such a situation?
Nelson, look, I think we are all infallible, right? We can all make mistakes, right? The first thing I would do is I'd first know whether the allegations are true. If they are true, Nelson, I'm not saying anything to anyone.
Okay.
I will, yeah,
So
I will go in my
you keep
closet.
quiet, you
I will
play
keep quiet.
alone, and
I will go alone.
okay.
I'll be on my knees and start begging. I'm not
Okay.
going to say anything.
Thank
And
you.
the next thing I'm going to do is to look for a lawyer who can help me to either reduce the effect of the sanction on me or to take it off me, because I will promise the Americans that I will change my behavior, or I will dump other people in who I know are doing the same thing that I was doing but who did not get caught, because they need that to free you from that vicious squirrel.
Thank you, Josh. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Josh, someone is saying, someone just sent me a message. The person is saying, it's like Josh was cautioned in the background as to how to react to issues that has to do with the Americans, because his tone today is different from that of the way he sounded the previous day when the sanction issue was discussed. But anyway,
No, no,
that's another discussion.
let me soundly respond to that. That's not true.
Okay.
I
No,
know
no,
the
nobody
Americans,
warned you, nobody cautioned you
won.
anyway.
The Americans make a
Okay.
lot of mistakes. And guess what? Sanctions are placed by lobbying groups, right? You can now go to America, go to the Senate or to the House and say, look, I got Nelson who is causing riot in our country. He gets on the radio and he says a lot of outlandish things, and people are listening to him and they are destroying properties. Nelson,
Thank you.
they will come on you and they will restrict you. So that's
Thank
why
you.
it works. Thank you.
Let's hear from you, Francis. Go ahead.
Yeah, somebody got loud stuff in the back.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think you speak better now.
First, I would just like to say what the pro tem said, that this sanction is going to cast a cloud or dark cloud over the rest of his colleagues. That's not true. That is not true. The only way that will be, unless there are people in there that, like the entire Senate is committing the same crime that he committed. He was sanctioned. He was accused.
Mm-hmm.
He was accused. So yeah, I can, if I'm caught stealing or if I'm accused of stealing, it doesn't mean you guys on the late night show, because we are on the same platform, you guys are all criminals too. No. I understand why he trying to say, oh, if we just sit here, if you guys don't speak up, it may be a sin. No, because for him, he's accused and there is possible evidence that they have against him.
Mm-hmm.
If they have evidence against other senators, they will be accused too, just like he has been accused. So he's grabbing for straws. He's trying to maybe put on a face or maybe get this kumbaya moment for the rest of the other senators to coalesce around him to try to maybe get things going on his behalf. But one thing I would say is he's innocent. The burden of proof is not on him or any of the other accused. It's on the government of Liberia. So I don't even know why they even coming up saying all this stuff. They're just putting more attention on themselves. If I were them, I would just sit down. Because you know this government right now, this incompetent government is not going to do anything anyway. But I think what they are trying to do is they're trying to preempt the Joseph Barker government, because they know that JMB is coming with the hammer. So the burden proof is not on any of the accused. But my focus point is on JMB.
Okay.
He has to come in there and take up these cases and point his justice and send his justice department after these people. Because one of these people are Liberian citizens too. Regardless of how we feel about them, you can have this cloud hanging over them. If they are guilty, investigate them, charge them, and prosecute them. And that's what Joseph Boakai should do. If he come in and play around with this stuff and try to be lenient or try to be, I don't know how to quite diplomatic about it, when the list is already there. Ask the U.S. Treasury, where is the evidence, and let's go after these people. But these people, the burden of proof is on the Liberian government, not on them. So they if I were them, I would just be quiet.
Wow.
And just let
now, with this response, Francis, is it helping? Do you see this as something that's helping the situation here? The U.S. government have done what they had to do. They've gathered their pieces of information. They've brought the sanction on him. Now he's challenging it. Is it going to help the situation?
But that's what I'm saying. It's like a nervous wreck, like a scared child. Because I bet if George Weah has 6 more years, right? None of them will be saying anything. None of them will say anything because then, you know what? We have an incompetent leader, or he's the ringleader of our criminal cabal or our criminal gang. We know that he's not going to investigate because his history has proven with Natalia Magay and the other people that were indicted, I think, months ago or so, and they resigned. He did nothing, no investigation, and nothing like that. Because even if they are innocent, ask the U.S. government for the evidence, which of course the U.S. government was waiting to give the evidence. So, but because now they know George Weah is on his way out, and he's going to be fighting for his own future, to secure his own future, and he doesn't care about them now. So they are trying to preempt the Joe Biden administration by saying all these things. You're not going to sue the American people to provide evidence. They accuse you. The Liberian government is going to come after you. The Liberian government has a burden of proof to prove that you are guilty or not. So if I were them, I would just sit down and be quiet because they have already been re-elected by the Liberian people who elected in the office. And I know it's a shame. This is a disgrace to our country. You know, somebody who has been indicted, I'm not saying they are guilty. So I'll play both sides of the coin. Out of one side of my mouth, I say they are innocent or they're proven guilty. So yes, they have the right to run. But as a citizen too, I know what it means to have someone with a questionable past or allegation floated over them representing my country when there's a chance, a 50-50 chance, that people that we need to bring jobs to the country, investment to the country, may not take us seriously because they may not want to do business with people that have been alleged to have committed crime, even though it hasn't been proven yet. It may sound, but that's not right. But that's just how the world works. If you are not even being found guilty yet, if you're accused of something, some people don't want to touch you. Like, think about what's going on in America here, right? This Me Too movement and things like that. Sometimes when a guy is accused of a football player or a basketball player or an actor is accused of something, they lose all that endorsement before they can even be convicted. So imagine those guys are professionals that are playing and earning that money for themselves. They don't represent the country. But imagine having a bunch of people, lawmakers, government officials that are supposed to represent the country have this dark cloud hanging over their head. Nobody may want to touch them. If they don't touch them, the masses, we the people, suffer because of our because we chose to elect people with such dark cloud over them. So my first is with Joe Biden. He better come in and either clear those people or convict them through investigation. That's all
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Francis. Let's hear from Officer Hans Johnson. It's good to have you on the show tonight. Let's hear you. What do you make of this?
Thank you, Nelson. Excuse my voice. Can you hear me?
I can hear your voice somehow.
I'm recuperating, but I had to appear tonight. Missed a couple of weeks. It's been nice hanging with you guys. Good morning, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in TV and radio land. First thing first, I heard George saying that hundreds of people are placed on sanction lists. True, hundreds are countries and individuals, but I don't know if George is talking about a travel ban and a sanction because they are two different things. It's not just easy to be removed on the sanction list, unlike the travel ban. The travel ban there are mistakes on the travel ban, but the chances of being a mistake on the sanction is very Unlikely, very unlikely. You're looking at thorough investigation. This is 6 years we're talking. These people sat and compiled 6 years of solid facts. They ain't gonna come and give it to you. You, the Liberia government, they presented it, they told the Liberia government, we are government, that we have facts, cables, and what have you on these three people. And Liberia, just we are government or a Department of Justice and police didn't do anything to request those, even to have an inquiry. First thing you're gonna have an inquiry, you're gonna have an investigation, then you're gonna have an arrest, then you're gonna have prosecution. That's the protocol and procedures for those things. But none of those things happen on the we are government. So 3 more other people been added, if I'm not mistaken, 3 or 4.
Three more persons added.
3 more persons been added on the list.
Yeah, and if you were to add Jefferson Kochi, the city mayor, then that's 4.
That's
plus
4.
The 3 other persons who were
That's
added initially.
7 total, right? So they will look. The 7 people, even those 2 of those people were elected, or even though Abachia also was re-elected, and the other 2 resigned their post, and when they ran for thinking that they would be set scot-free, you were voted into. But when those documents are requested for inquiry, investigation, arrest, and prosecution, you will have to, the Senate, the House, they will have to vote, because if you want to arrest, you will have to face the trial. So they will have the consequences to face. It's true that the burden of proof is on the Liberia government, but the burden of proof is be easy to provide if only the Liberia government can request those information from the Treasury and the State Department, because it is there. It is there. I'm not saying they're perfect, but the American government will not make mistake on a serious issue. This is somebody's country senator, pro temp. This is somebody minister. This is another country. These things can break diplomatic ties. These things can bring diplomatic walls. These things are not easy things that American government would take and just sanction. It's not easy to do such.
Hence, you think George may not be correct when you talked about mistakes. Some of those individuals being placed there by mistake.
No. Listen, if Darius Dillon was placed on our list, we all would be like, oh, that's shocking. We would be like, people will say a mistake and thing. But then when you look at the US government, I'm just saying Darius Dillon is an example. People will be in shock. But not Abachia. Abachia is corrupt. We know Abachia. We know there's deals Abachia doing in the southeast over there with mining and what have you, all those concessions that is signed. Abachia is corrupt to the core. So you see a body language changing up there. You see her appearance.
The body language? What about the body language you have issue with here?
He's scared. He is scared. The man is scared. Let me tell you.
Does he look the same afraid? Look at this.
Listen, I read people body language for late. Go ahead.
And this meeting true and unfounded.
He said it's untrue. It's unfounded.
Nelson.
Administrative head.
I mean, you look at the senator, his body language. What about the body language?
That man do body language for a living,
Nelson.
He seems relaxed. Anyway, you're an officer. You are into this investigative stuff. I'm not, but I'm just concerned about the body language aspect that you spoke of.
You see Abachia reading over there. That's not the Abachia you know when Abachia talking. You know Abachia how he speaks and talk. If this was so outrageously placed on him as a lie, Abachia would have been big. But that appearance of calm, that's fear.
That's fear. The information all by itself broke him down to some extent, and it contributed to
let me spell it
that way.
FEAR. Abachia is in fear. All these guys are in fear. You see the clothing they're talking about, the marching, they are in fear. They're trying to play brave. Bro, I've seen people when I put them in a corner and corner them. Oh, officer, my bad. The confession starts.
You can put it in a corner and do what?
During my preliminary investigation. Don't try me yet. No. I'm saying there are ways. Abachia is in fear.
They hire American beginning. You put in the corner. Is that
no. When I say put in the corner, you put them aside and you ask questions. You have to interrogate. Abachia is personally on a psychological interrogation right now. For them to put sanction on you, not just you. Tourist said it, your family, your kids. For sanction to be removed, sanction take decades, years and decades. It don't take weeks and months. So our chair is in fear. Samatua is in fear, and they coming after you guys. Jefferson College, your day, all you guys' days are numbered. All the incoming government needs to do, and we that are on this set and other set, we will make sure that Joseph Boakai government does not releases that leech, because they will have to implement the thing they were voted in for, which
Thank
is
you.
stopping corruption.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's hear from you finally, Mobile, then we'll move to our next talking point. Councillor Seema Serena Cephas did a write-up today, a very interesting write-up. We're about to talk about it, but let's hear from you, Mobile. Where do you stand on this?
Yeah, I think the American was right, but Abachi get it, he got it right to challenge in court, as he said previously from his press conference. But end of the day, we all understand America will not go for you without evidence. That's why they told the previous government that they have evidence on the past people who they gave, who were indicted first, who essentially were with them. But at the end of the day, the government never came out to say anything. The Georgia government never opened no investigation, and all those people just sit and they just, some of them like, oh, you know what? But then we believe it, and people believe it. So like, we come here every day, we say about this sanction thing. But my man, look, America, before they go for you, they get evidence. First of all, that investigation, right? When they're investigating you, it takes almost years. It takes years. And they plan people on you, your own people. They plan them on you. They will get recording on you. They will get pictures on you doing transaction. Then they come out, they say, oh, our brother George just say something with him more. They just can't say with him more, oh, see George is open. No. If they say they see George with a document, meaning they get the facts in their hands. They get the pictures to that document. When they say George signed on this document, it means that George's signature is on that identical document. So that's how the people come up with that investigation. They come out and say, okay, you know what, we sanction you because of this. And we believe it, I believe it 100%. Abache was the protein, right? You know how many D that came in that play and part two?
He is. He's still in the protein.
So that's why, the Americans are smart. You know how many D jokers that say, I want another concession to pass. And so money. Go give it to your people. You know how many D that man, you know how many money that man ate from the Senate there? The Americans are not stupid. The people get evidence. That's the reason why the people are going after them. And we may commend the American for that. Because end of the day, I want the people to be prosecuted. That's why we call on JMB government to open an investigation. And Serena Siva talking about aircrafts, Mokan, Where were you when the aircraft told George Manning we are to pay off the fund?
We're not going to the Serena
Siva. I'm just laying off. I'm going to it. I'm just trying to tell the entire sanction they put at the point sanction. They are all jokers. Where were you when Ecuador told George we had to pay that woman money? The late mother, a wife. Apart from that, Kabina Janet to reinstate or to pay a fund. Where were you? But now you won't run to Ecuador for Ecuador to bring investigator to investigate your crime. It will not work. We will bring our government will bring independent investigator to investigate that matter, because where it is right now, you go up, you can't beat the system. That's it. We get evidence. When the American say they get evidence, there are a bunch of evidence they have. They will not just sit down and say, we sanction you and your family. You know what it takes, that my brother here said? Your family included. You know what it takes? Your family can no longer come to America and tell her sanction be lifted. It is a shame on our government. Look at the amount of people on sanction. Because they have stolen the Liberian people wealth and enriched themselves, buy houses, and now the Liberian people, they are feet tied, they are hand tied, nothing they can do, but the only people they can look up to, the only country that can rescue them is America. And today people want to come up and say America, they play in bravery. Look at the one that happened to DeLong. It was diversity culture on the same. On that scene, that it seemed violence the American just put up against Jefferson Koji, his boy, his gangs. They all come here to say, oh, it is wrong, or we no, that are right to go to court. And when they go to court, if there will be a exonerator, that's fine. But we, that in the opposition, we know 199.9% that those people will be indicted to the court. I submit.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Moba, for your input. Now I want to bring in the write up here from Councillor Cephas. Today, Councillor Cephas did a very good write up. Calling on for the first time after several months this his destination for sanction, he along with Senator McGill, Senator Bill Twary, after they were sanctioned and they wrote their resignation letter, and his two colleagues went and contested. They won their respective elections. Dr. Kelvin, let me welcome you to the show. After they won their elections, Councillor Cephas, after several months, did a write up today finally. Wow, I saved this thing. I'm trying to get it read. I want to read this write up before we kickstart this discussion. I want to read this write up here. He did a write up calling on the WIA administration. First of all, he said he sees this whole thing about sanction as an attempt to undermine the progress, the gain that has been made by the WIA administration. So according to Councillor Cephas, look, this thing is a clever attempt to put everything we've achieved in the mud. So now he goes on to call on, he goes on to say that there's a need for President George Manuel Weah to set up an investigative team, a team comprising of independent minds, people from diverse, credible institutions, to launch an investigation so that the people Senator McGill, Senator Bill Twary, Mayor Jefferson Koji, Minister Twe, Senate Pro Tem Abache, Emmanuel Nukwen, all of those people who have been listed for sanction, including Senator Prince Johnson, so that two things: they can either clear their names of what they've been accused of, or through the investigation, they can be indicted and be able to serve the necessary punishment for what they've done to the country. So Councillor Cephas now wants this thing to be taken to the next level. But there are lots of questions coming up, especially with this councillor who was accused several months back, coming up at this time to call on the government to take such an action. The first thing is, why now? Now, the councillor, aside from Senator Prince Johnson, he and his two colleagues were the first batch of people to be enlisted in this government. They were the first people that were knocked off. Jefferson Kochi formed part of the second batch. The third batch is up. Well, a lot of people are concerned. Do we need this now? Now, assuming the government kickstart the process, let's say the WIA administration that has a little over 1 month, assuming they kickstart this investigation, are there possibility of concluding this entire process before the end of the WIA administration? Now, those institutions that have been enlisted by the councillor, will those people make all of their representatives and all of those people available and in a timely manner to ensure that this process is concluded? But Senator Councillor Cephas says this thing is seriously undermining the gains that have been made by the WIA administration. Let's hear your take on this, and then we are going to I'm going to get the read up here quickly. I'll read them out as we go on along the show. So let's hear from you, Ture, since we started with you.
Okay, so you see, Nelson, there's one thing that I should say this here, and let me make this categorically clear. Go look at America's sanction record. Once that thing go out, bro, just accept it and move on. If there's any way you can pay a restitution, keep it moving. There is no way, because the people do what we call due diligence. All right? Because they understand the blowbacks. They know that if they don't get everything right before coming down with that hammer on you, the money that you will sue them on. You know what I mean? So with all of those things, bro, they're not just coming with just, flavorless thing. Nah, it is 100% accurate. Just take it and call it a day. But let me tell you this. With all of these men talking about this thing and Nelson, look, Liberia are politicians and they are not sophisticated. Sorry to say that. They are not. They are not. Right? At the end of the day, what they do is all in a play for people to see. All their lay they all know.
All that girlfriend.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, you don't even have to. Man, you don't have to do. You don't have to do anything to get facts, to get evidence on these guys. All right. So down that easy money. So as a man again can talk about all this. Matter of fact, he's saying President George Manuel Weah should set a committee to thoroughly investigate this. Nah, that's outside of President George Manuel Weah league. The president don't even have enough time to even do that. So all that thing is just a bluff. Okay, JMB will take care of that. JMB will usher that in. So let it just relax. Let it take that L and keep it moving. Because, brother, we all know what happened in the country. We were not in the country, but we saw how things were happening. Thank God of Facebook, all these activities, they were all on the screen, man. We saw these things. All right? So at the end of the day, this thing that's happening right now, America have taken a deliberate approach to helping the Liberian people. Thank you, Ambassador McCarthy. Right? This guy was so enamored with this, telling the Liberian people as if to say he himself was a Liberian. Every time the man talk on the issues, it was something that was personal to him. All right? He took it personally. He said, but how a country that is as poor as Liberia and the little resources that you guys are being fed with by international community and donors, the least you can do is to at least use those funds to build your little suffering and sorrowful institution in our country, but instead, you're using the money to enrich yourself, to send your point then to Dubai and Ghana, and why people can afford, why students can afford benches in their school in 2023. This is why the thing hurt. And any Liberian who feel that what America is doing, because I saw some sedition and I saw some men talking about, America is deliberately mingling or interfering in Liberia internal affairs. Well, I tell you what, a beggar don't have choice. If you're going to rely on America for budget support, the least America can do, America have to set up your institution so the money they are giving to you, the money that they are taking from their taxpayers to send to you, they have to follow this money. You don't get that. If you're going to rely on America for budget support all the time, you think they'll just take that money and give it to you and not follow the money and not see exactly what their taxpayer money going? Huh? If you don't want someone to mingle in your internal affairs, don't be a beggar. Be self-sufficient. Be self-sufficient. I see people commenting, "Oh, America is mingling. America is doing too much." All that nonsense. Other countries around the world, you can see America directly interfering in their activities, because America understands if this country deteriorate to the level in which that Liberia is trending towards right now. Liberia right now, you can consider Liberia as a failed state. Liberia is actually right now. All of the institutions, everything's broken down. Liberia, by definition, Liberia is a failed state right now. GMB have not taken over. Liberia is a failed state right now. Look for the definition of failed state. What characterizes a failed state? Liberia is at that level right now. So we can talk about all of these things. Is America doing too much?
Thank you.
I'm
going to give you 30 seconds to conclude, right? I'm going to give you 30 seconds to conclude. But I just want to read on the screen. There is the photograph of Councillor Serena Seafirst. He did an open letter to the president. Is here open letter to President George Weah. Dear Mr. President, I present my profound compliments and wish to inform Your Excellency that Liberia's current democratic gains, which accumulated into Your Excellency's recent decision to graciously concede defeat in a free, fair, and competitive contest, are being grossly undermined by the current wave of economic sanctions being imposed by the U.S. Treasury Department on a number of officials in Your Excellency's government. Your Excellency's government is at the verge of leaving power with a horde of falsely decorated corrupt officials, something which I suspect will not only obviously overshadow Liberia's current democratic credentials on the world stage, but could later haunt and hurt you so badly that your future bid, if will ever happen again, for the highest office in the country could become a laughing stock. Senator Serena Sifa goes on to write, he says, as I indicated from the onset, and which obviously led you to receive a counter advice from your Justice Minister Frank Musa Dane to play low and let the sanctioned officials, including me, cry our own cry. Wow. So, guys, in this communication, Councillor Cephas is letting the Liberian people know that he's saying, I mean, you want the man? This is the man. This is the man.
I mean, for a dream, bad dream to never.
Listen, he said he told.
I mean, Nancy Mooney man picture about. If you reading the man.
No, listen, let not finish it. But listen, the man is trying to say he told President George Weah. Councillor Sifa is saying he told President George.
The man put a blame on the justice.
When the whole thing was starting for them to investigate President George Weah, then Councillor Musa Dean advised President George Weah and said, no, that thing there, that man talking, you all forget about that thing, you all lay your low. So he said the president received a counter advice from the Justice Minister Frank Musa Dean to play low and let the sanctioned officials, including me, cry their own cry. This thing, and he goes on to write, he says, this thing is getting serious and it is all happening around you, and yet there is no action taken, which is why every sanctioned official looks like a convicted criminal although without trial. He says, then as now, I hereby beseech Your Excellency to immediately commission a panel of international experts to chaired by ECOWAS and co-chaired by a Liberian, and should be drawn from the National Bar Association of Liberia, the LMBA, the African Bar, the European Criminal Bar Association, the International Criminal Court, the ICC, and at least retired officials of OFCA and an observer from the African Union to investigate these sanctions against not just mere individuals in your government, but core officials of your government. The last one, he says, Your Excellency, I am totally innocent. I am totally innocent of what I was accused of, but my mere denial or dismissal of these allegations, as in the case of other officials, is not sufficient to set me free or to set anyone free until I can have my day in court, which is a cardiac constitutional benchmark of due process under the Liberian law. I trust that Your Excellency will not again, sweep this suggestion under the carpet, because I believe, and which is now true, that the proverbial town trap is not for rat alone. How sad it is that so many rats have been caught and others are apprehensive, jittery, and scrubbing for cover because they do not know where the chips may fall next.
So is he referring to
President? We are
referring to themselves as rats.
No, it's a parable.
Lesson that we must. Is a crucial lesson. Is a crucial lesson that we must learn as we await our fate. Our fate. Thanks, Councillor Sima Serena Cephas. This is what one of the sanctioned officials, ex-officials of government, wrote. Now, you guys listen to this read up, man, from Councillor Sima Serena Cephas. Josh, I see you're nodding your head. It means that you're in agreement with everything Councillor Cephas have said here in this read up. But listen, guys, Ture, you were in flight. Let me give you 30 seconds to conclude. Having listened to the read up here from the councillor, from the well-learned councillor, Councillor Sima Serena Cephas, the man who. Okay, go ahead. Just conclude here.
Look, man, one thing I know for a fact, you should not be taking advice from an indicted criminal. All right? This guy, he need to go sit down. It's like, how can a criminal advise people as to how he should be processed? This is exactly what he's saying. Now, brother, my man, go sit down somewhere, Serena, where, you know what I mean? God know what I want to say, but I can say for the appropriation of this program. But look, let me tell you, man, Liberians, we should all yield the great United
But listen, Ture, is Councillor Cephas wrong here? In this open letter, is he wrong?
Brother, he's wrong.
He's calling for an investigation, independent investigation. It's like he's concerned about his name now. He wants to clear his name.
All of the agencies that he's recommending, all of those agencies, including my man George smiling while I'm talking. I don't know why he's so smiling while I'm talking. Understand that once America gets there, that's what it is. Go and check America record, Nelson. They say men lie, woman lie, numbers never lie. If they put that thing on you, Nelson, go up and down. That facts. All facts. All right? Before they can come on these things, Nelson, that's why the people take their time. For 6 years, Nelson, America have so much evidence on these guys that it will be foolish for them to start behaving like the way they're behaving.
Thank you.
Let us stop this bluff. Let us stop this mere showmanship and just accept whatever labor against them and save the Liberian people some time. Right?
Thank you.
This is not going to go nowhere.
Let's go you there. Nowhere. Let's go you there. Let me move to Francis. Francis, Councillor Sima Serena Cephas, in this open letter to the President George Weah, is saying,
my man, we already know. Let's just elaborate.
He's saying that he advised the president to make sure that when the first listing came up, that the people should be investigated. Councillor Frank Musadin counter advised the president that, look, you play your low, you forget about anything here. You know, so it's Councillor Sima Serena Seafors taking himself off the hook and putting the president in that box to say that the president is the one responsible. He's the reason why the investigation did not take place.
I mean, we're looking at it at face value. I would say yes, because everybody agreed. Even every well-meaning Liberian agreed. Let me put it that way. Because the reactions, they don't agree. It doesn't matter what. But even well-meaning citizens, they agree that if you are accused, there should be some sort of investigation to clear your name if you are not guilty, or to prosecute you if they find you guilty. So Serena Seaford is right for putting that blame on George Weah, government, and Musadin is wrong because, I mean, he got what he wanted. And I also think that Serena Seaford probably thought that, okay, if George Weah, this Justice Department investigate us, we will all walk away scot-free. So he thought that George Weah would say, you know, oh yeah, let's do it. Call his justice minister, investigate these people, just to certify the Liberian procurers, because whatever we tell the Liberian people, they'll believe us anyway. Because as evidence, they re-elected or the elected people that have sanction on them anyway. So Judge Weah could just get a Justice Department, investigate these people, sweep it under the rug, tell them there's nothing to see here, boom, and we go about our business. So that was a good strategy that Serena Seaford was trying to employ here, by them pretending, by Judge Weah government pretending to investigate, knowing that they will come out with a not guilty verdict. That's what I want to do. But then Musadin also say, you know what? Let's not draw too much attention to this. Let's play a role. I believe, in my layman understanding, in hopes that they will get a second term, then it will just be swept under the rug completely for by the time that second term is up. So that's what I'm thinking. That's a strategy. But either way, it backfired. It backfired because the Liberian people said, no way. We have suffered too long. You guys came in here and couldn't afford a part to piss in. You all become millionaires. You all have apartment buildings. You're buying houses everywhere. Your girlfriend and these fully getting in America here. Some of them, they leave here. They go to Liberia and pay their bills here. Somebody making $15 an hour here working in group homes. But they go to Liberia and they pay their bills in America because they call themselves secretary. Well, we know what kind of secretary, what they're typing on. They're typing on computers, but they're paying their bills there. They're paying their mortgage in America while living in Liberia. So all this criminal activity that's been going on, there's evidence. The U.S. government is not just going to come after you and say, oh, I think it was Touré that said, our politicians are not sophisticated. That's what I always say, right? I tell my brothers and someone arguing sometimes, I say, the difference between any Johnson government and George Weah government, and I will compare them with cats and dogs, right? Not in a literal sense. But cats eat poop. People, you know, Bible says cat eat poop more than dog. But it wipe your mouth. Dog eat it and spread all over your face. Eddie Johnson, I call her government a sophisticated criminal. George Weah government is a dumb criminal. Because they came in like kids in the candy store. Instead of being sophisticated, let's do something. No, they just can't crazy with. When they all just stealing. You get you tell. Like the war coming to an end. So they want to just enrich themselves. That's what they did. And now they did not win second term and they are stuck.
Finally, then we move to hand. Amy, welcome to the show. What do you make of the timing of this particular letter? All the other one he talked about, like tell the president, and then Councillor Musa didn't say, oh, don't do it. That one probably was behind closed door. Nobody know about that one. No evidence. No evidence. Somebody say, you should keep trying. Because when not succeed in life, there will be no evidence that you try. So all I wanted, no evidence. But let's come to the one that is blurry, the one that is in the public space and everyone is aware of. What do you make of the timing?
This guy is
first
just funny, right?
The first listing, the second listing, the third listing.
But wait, that's it. I'm putting on here. I read it. Just only making me laughing. The whole thing that read general. The message. They are catch some of the rats. Some of the rats. So they meet at Summit 12. All the men are rats.
But the thing is, just so I can wrap up quickly for all people to go. The man is a fox, right?
So many rats.
He think he's a sly fox. Now because he knows the boys, they are not in control of this anymore. Paprika coming in, he's going to hold him accountable. He's actually going to have an investigation. So I think he's trying to soften the blow on himself. You know, maybe trying to gain some sympathy with the incoming government to soften the blow. Maybe that's all I can say, but I don't know. It doesn't help me at all.
Thank you. Let's hold you there and take hands, and then we'll take Josh. Dr. Kevin will be next.
You would think that we always said this, President, we give you the president title, but you're not the smartest president ever in Liberia history. The late Samuel Doe, he ranked like higher than nobody been in business, or drop out of high school that later on became a degree holder. You know, that we can give to President Samuel Doe and many other good deeds. But your three people, your state presidential, your port person, and your solicitor general was sanctioned by the U.S. government. You would think the Liberian government would put a responsible delegation together, travel to the United States State Department, inquire on these things, go behind closed door, come out and say, we met with the United States government, we're working on some. This is why we say press conferences are good for the nation, Mr. President. Well, you slow. Your advisors, everybody are slow. Now, Serena Cephas is writing you got less than weeks. And you're talking about you want investigation. You should be writing the incoming government, asking for investigation to clear your name. What can we, our government, do in the next 2 weeks? Nothing. But he's just appointing people to 10 years positions to keep stealing. Serena Cephas, the guilt I show you on these people. If you the body language again in a letter, they can tell you the guilt.
No, hands, officer hands. How did you see body language in the letter?
You heard what I just said? You heard what I said?
I want capture the aspect. I want to understand it. I want to understand it.
The writing, the interpretation of that letter, you can tell if he was speaking. Picture him speaking while reading that letter just now. I already picture Serena Stephens.
Make a picture of the body language.
When you were reading that letter, I told you to move that picture. I didn't want to have a dream tonight because I was imagining Serena Stephens speaking, writing that letter. When you were reading it, I was imagining the body language of these people are all guilty. These people are guilty. It left with them. Listen, everybody is innocent and proven guilty. But I just told you, these people have the burden of proof on the Liberian government when they make the request from the United States. And I want to believe they are back. Look, let me tell you how sanction works. You already know. Prior to me working where I'm working now, I work for the feds.
Okay.
I was assigned somewhere where a diplomat was sanctioned. Here, a whole family and people were sanctioned. That whole house were being guarded by us. That's top secret. I will leave it right there.
Yeah.
Your family is a victim of your sanctions. Look, that house were being guarded by us. I'm going to detail, just leaving it at that. That house was being guarded by us 24/7 around the clock. I say just by camera, by HEMO security, HEMO eyes. So your family gone. These people family, once boycott take effect, right? These people families that are here, they're gonna get deported. They will get deported.
Officer Hans, let me hold you there. The last paragraph in this letter, I want to hear. I want to hear your own analysis of it. Right? He said, "I trust that Your Excellency will not sweep this under the carpet." Blah 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 blah. He said that the proverbial tongue trap is not for rat alone. How sad it is that many rats have been caught and other rats are apprehensive and jittery and scary.
So they may be referring to all of them as rats.
So listen,
and I'm rat and Steve.
Officer Hayes,
Yeah.
Who are the rats that have been caught, and who are the rats that are apprehensive and
The
scary?
man is speaking. The bigger rat, we all know the bigger rat in this, the king of all king rat in this whole circle and tobacco is President Weah. That is who he's referring to. And he's speaking. Serena Silva is a smart man. I'm not gonna take that away from him. He's speaking in figuratively. He calling these other people rats. Abachia, I don't know if that letter was written before Abachia took the stand today, or Abachia took the stand, that letter was written. You see the correlation with the two letters and Abachia speaking. So they're trying to play brave. You calling your other friend a rat, you want to start talking.
The other rat didn't say afraid because they know where they think coming for next. So they didn't say they're afraid. So
there are so many rats this thing is gonna fall on. Listen, sanction can be put on you. That's why you see Senator Johnson. Let me say this: Senator Johnson don't care about this sanction because he don't want to come to America. You don't hear him talking about this sanction. These people, Senator Johnson, I think maybe he got family yet, but he ain't bothering him. This their family. He don't care. You don't hear him talking about this sanction thing. That man will stay in our country, he will die there. These people, the investment they have in other countries like America, their family that come to school in other countries in the diaspora, including in Australia and other places where George is, that's their fear. That's why they're talking. Everybody on the sanction list, you hear Prince Johnson talking about this sanction business.
How will Prince Johnson speak? Now, this is what Senator Prince Johnson posted.
The man read a post.
This is a post from Senator Prince Johnson. He said, I feel the cooking sanction dry rest with audit heat and asset declaration oil. Did
he write that? I saw that thing before yesterday.
He don't care. No, he wrote it. Senator Johnson listen. Senator Johnson does not care for this sanction. This is a man who Liberia is his home. Nima Kante is his home. He does not care. These other people have more to lose than Senator Johnson in the diaspora.
Thank you, Officer Johnson. Officer Hans. Let me.
Excuse me. It's Hines.
Thank you. I will try to catch up just as
real quickly. I beg you. Let's 10 seconds. I have a beef. Just 10 seconds. I have a beef with George. It's not bad beef. The other night I was working. I was hungry. You guys were about to wrap off. That man had a audacity to come and show pan butter at that moment when I was hungry. So you don't do that. Never on this place again. When your friend working and they're hungry.
Never.
Thank you.
But I don't show you pan butter and say you get hungry.
How does he know you're working?
You know, because on the day I put in the chat that working, I can't count on.
But go ahead, Josh. Let's hear you.
Nelson, thank you so much. Mr. Hines, sorry for making you that hungry. So quick one. You know, something troubles me, right? What troubles me is that people cannot realize that even in America can make mistakes. That troubles me a lot. Because when we look left and right, most of America's mistakes have been buried.
Kind of mute? Yeah.
More than 3,000 Marines lost their lives in Iraq because of war that was foolishly waged because of America trying to show her might to Russia. If I tell you that the bombs that were dropped on Fukushima in Japan was not meant for the Japanese. It was meant to tell Russia that if you try me, this is what I'm capable of doing. And that's what Serena Silva is saying. Say you're looking at us being trapped like rats, and you're apprehensive watching. Say, oh, it don't touch me yet, so I will say that. You know what I mean? Instead of finding cover or trying to help out. That's what he's saying. And if we look around, we said, Americans said in Afghanistan there were weapons of mass destruction. They took Marines in the people country. They killed a lot of innocent people. To this date, we haven't seen any weapon of mass destruction coming from Afghanistan. And you sit on this platform and think that Americans cannot make any mistake, they are God. That troubles me a lot. And we need to be careful as a people that we cannot logically try to decipher things to just say, okay, why if this is wrong? That we work that out of our minds. That there's no two sides, get one side now. They go and get only one side, no two sides. That there's no way to even say that, what if they made a mistake? You are all here saying they can't make a mistake, it can't be a mistake, it has to be right. And
Only because you fall on one side and you want to think say they can't get one
yeah,
side.
exactly. Yeah, my brother Dewey saying what Serena Sifa is saying is rubbish. He shouldn't be talking. So are we trying to say now because it's America that indict these people, they cannot defend themselves? The right to self-defense now should be taken out of the context, out of the book whatsoever. It sickens me. But you know what? This is where we come to share ideas. This is where we come. Oh, we're talking about for nothing. For me, I'm living a comfortable life. I'm not going to be sanctioned. Even if I want to be able to do anything, if it's sanctioned me, I'll come right back and consider. I don't need to go to America. I will sit down right in this country. This country can't sanction me. When they sanction me, I will keep me. So the thing is, we just need to be conscientious of the things that we say, because one day they will come to haunt us. If you come and say America cannot make mistake, and you clearly see the mistake they have made in the world that have destroyed this world that we live in, and then you come out and want to be brave to speak to us that it cannot be a mistake. They got too much evidence. You know how many years they used to document that there was weapons of mass destruction in Afghanistan? More than 12 years. They still got it wrong.
George, and you may be right on that. But again, let's come back to look at the timing for this particular communication that's coming from Councillor Serena Cephas. The timing. He was sanctioned several months back. In fact, there were Liberians calling for Councillor Cephas and the MPA boss, Bill Torre at the time, Minister McGill, so that those people will be investigated, so that they can clear their names. It didn't happen. We didn't get to see an open letter like what we're seeing now from Councillor Serena Cephas. No, nothing as such came out. Just a little over 1 month to the end of this entire administration, now he's coming up with an open letter. Now he's calling on President George Weah to set up this team, and that he wants his day in court to be able to exonerate himself. I mean, what do you make of the timing, Josh?
I think the timing is right.
The timing is right?
Yeah, here's why I think so. I think he said, okay, they sanction me. Whatever I say now, I'm already looked at as a guilty person, right? Okay. So whatever I say now, it will not mean anything to anyone. So, but now that he looked around, he said, the list continues to go. He said, okay, something needs to be done. Else everyone will be sanctioned. And then who will investigate who? And who will do the investigation? So to me, it's timely. It's timely that he speaks out to make sure that he tells people, look, this is our situation. The thing I'm hearing now, they say Jeremiah Kuhn's name is on the list as well. And this is something that we need to be
so that what you're hearing?
Yes, that's what we're hearing. They say the hammer will come down before. Yeah. That's what they're saying. The hammer will come down.
Okay.
So it's crazy.
Can we move on from George? He's at work. Then he talking secret corruption.
What corruption? Okay, so let's move to Dr. Kelvin.
George,
Dr. Kelvin, go ahead.
George, Muhammad Nas,
I like to hear the truth.
I want to be everyone on the platform.
Muhammad Nas, our audio quality. You don't have Nas, our audio quality.
I want to.
Yeah, Dr. Kelvin, go ahead. You're live.
Yeah,
let's
everyone on the platform. And, you know, concerning this the sanction thing, Mr. Kula was asking a very good question, and you continue to ask this question. You say, why now? That the honorable senator is coming out now to send a letter, open letter to the president. The reason why you see him coming out now,
not just the senator, but even the former Solicitor General, he did an open letter. The senator, as you saw there in the Senate today, he also refuted that. He debunked the entire allegation that has been raised against him. But go ahead.
yeah, this is why I just think from my perspective, I think that there's a growing movement now among our people, some of our brothers. They are there in ties, in deals, to a level that, because these guys live on the guy's pocket, and at the will of the expense. So they coming up and saying that the U.S. sanctioning mean nothing, and having seen most of them being lining up by the U.S. And there's one thing I said, look, the thing is now that those guys will be put on sanction. For me, the question is when. Because some of them are not being put on sanction, and you will know that they will be put on sanction because of what they have done. So those guys, as he read the police, he said they will catch all of them, and they will put. There are some of them that have been caught, and most of them will be put on sanction too. But what is going on in our society is wrong, for us to believe that when to back criminals, those that are being accused, and saying that sanctioning mean nothing. I think it's wrong. I think our society is turning to something different. You think America will come? What America got to gain from you will come and lie on people, individual in the government over there? No. I think they are doing it because to help us, as the former ambassador said. He said we'll only come out and elect for you people to demonstrate that you are really sincere about your country, to build your country. And yes, let's go on election. We demonstrated that we are sincere. We want to move corruption from our system. So this is why you see American. Why now? This is why you see American coming up now. Because we demonstrated through our votes. We voted them out. This is why you see America coming up now. There, you see, I also want to say that the letter you see, so the guy sending, is that speaking of Liberian term, is that to also to draw the attention of the president, because long time he and McGay, all those guys, they sanctioned them. He did not come out with any letter. But when the other guy coming up and saying that the other people throwing Jefferson coaching on his head, on his shoulder, and they hitting him up, and other criminals like the other senator going in the house over there and saying that the other people over there will come after them. I think that they will come after them is wrong, because I know the American government will not go after Senator DeLong. I know they will not go after other people that are there in the house too. So he's trying to draw the president's attention, which of course you know that you can only do to. I don't think we will listen to him, but he know that he cannot say this thing to the incoming president, Mr. Bwaka. He cannot write the kind of letter to Mr. Bwaka. He know very well. And I think this sanction thing is also giving the president-elect a will to prosecute and audit those that have been accused. All those accused members, people saying that, oh no, there shouldn't be auditing when other people will be rich on. No, they're not being rich on. This is why the American people are coming up and pointing them out. Besides that, they got others in not that because they suspect other people who are not being suspected, they will also be arrested.
Wow.
Arrest.
So you think this sanction thing is paving the way for the audit and all of that the incoming administration should be taking on?
Yes, Mr. Kula, I will tell you the truth. This is another point to show that it's a backup for this the auditing and the prosecution also, because we have also they are already accused people before we didn't accuse them. The Liberian people, they didn't accuse them. The Americans had accused them because the Americans had carried on thorough investigation and had enough evidence on them. And this is why our people, let me tell you, Mr. Kula, our people in Liberia, we are afraid. How can you go in for senator that are intelligent say you be carrying on corruption? You disappear, you die. They will kill you. So only the Americans can do it. Say they are working for us, and we think we have already demonstrated to the American that we want change in our country through the vote. Our vote that we voted for a new administration, So they also want to tell us saying that they are working on our behalf. So I think we should embrace it as Liberians.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Dr. Kelvin. Let's take Amy and then we take Moba.
So I'm not going to say much because I don't want to sound repetitive. Just a little.
Wait, watch her go 10 minutes, even though she won't say much.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
10 minutes.
So yeah, because you guys already said everything. People want to come here and talk about make mistakes. This is not a lucky ticket thing that you grab names and put it in their hat and watch who pick up what. This is a mistake, but we're gonna keep it there anyways. It's tiring. It's draining to hear people trying to say everything they want to say to confuse people down there in Liberia, because you're not doing it to people who live here. They know better. But people down there don't know how these things work up here. So maybe that's why, what's his name, Albert Chia or whatever, went in at something today, try to go there and try to make some kind of charade to make Liberian people be like, oh, we told you this guy, they people lying on it. And how can you compare people going to a country, weapon of mass destruction to go find things to an individual being sanctioned? My brother George, it's just mind-boggling, like how much he's trying to defend these people so much that it's hard. It's hard, and you say you can't understand myself. I can't understand it when you sit here and try to say things like this. People like Jefferson Kochi. So Liberia is the only country that the U.S. is making mistakes on. All the people that they're grabbing right now, they're lying on all of them. They are making mistakes. It's ridiculous. And I know if this was some different party, I guarantee you, keep this tip, George will not be on here talking about any mistakes. He will embrace this thing like, oh God, like he's supposed to be doing. And nobody cares where it falls on. If it falls on, like he said, Jeremiah Kuhn, I don't even know where he got that news from. If it does, let it come. If he did something wrong, let it catch him. You think, for me, I told you before, I'm not no political party. I care for my country. I don't care where it falls. Anywhere is something. As long as you did wrong to my country, if you need to be brought to justice, it should happen. I don't care who you are. Even that JMB said it go for him. You think this is about an individual or the way you're making it all about a party? This is ridiculous. Just stop it. Let us love our country and try to see people trying to help us, because like Mr. Jensen already said, when people in Liberia trying to do it, they get killed. We saw it. All of us, they die in like back to back, no sound reason. Because why? They were audited and they saw things then they're not supposed to see. And people got nervous and they killed them. So who you think in Liberia going to hold these people responsible? They only listen to international community and get nervous and gibberish and all of that stuff. So for you to come on this platform telling the Liberian people that American people got to went to Iraq, weapon of mass destruction, they made a mistake, you got to drop bomb on Hiroshima. It was not for Hiroshima, it was for Russia. It's ridiculous. Stop it. These are individuals like that. I don't know if that Hans who said it before. These people integrity. This is foreign policy we're talking about. Okay, these are people senators. These are people ministers. You can't just go do something like that. Just grab people and put a government in. Was in my prophet keep today, and you think it's gonna be okay, and you think that's what these people would do, and just go and lie on these people. So these people they were, and like I said before, we did not need the Americans to tell us what these people had done. We seen them doing it. Everybody just scared. The people that are supposed to hold them accountable, they just scared to do it. And Abashir want to come and tell his friends that, oh, because they grabbed me today, that means you were involved too? Now you and my second be going to Jamaica resorts to go meet we are. Every time before we come to the Senate to go take money from Amsterdam Misa or what's the other guy name, and they'll be mounting it. You don't take the whole Senate for you. You go there on your own, and then you come, you present paper on the floor for them to vote for it. So don't come in with that top and think people want to be something. Oh, if I did it, if they accuse me, that means you're involved too. That's not true. You're one. You and Judge Bia can do it without anybody here being involved in it.
Yep, body language, fear.
So that's all I want to say. They just the time is leading out people because
conclusion. Let's talk about the timing and this whole the final paragraph of Councillor Sifa's open letter where he spoke of some rats being caught already, and while other rats are feeling are being apprehensive, and they have this fear, they're running around it because they don't know where it's going. Who are the rats that are apprehensive at this particular time? Who do you think are those rats? And now we know a few rats have been caught using his own parable and all of that. But who are the rats you think that are having this fear now?
He know the rats that he talking about, and I might have some ideas too, but I'm not gonna say. We all waiting.
Okay.
We all waiting. We see who. I mean, the biggest rat, Tom or Jerry. That Jerry didn't. Yeah, Jerry himself. He know he's worried right now. Why he going out the door? So Tom like Uncle Sam. So grabbing them. So they're there. They're right there. Like if you be having a wartime
Jerry always grab one over on top, right?
And stuff, then they act like thugs instead of acting like lawmakers and all of those things. Then those are some of the right things. They're the warriors as well.
Let's talk about the timing. I mean, what do you make of the timing?
I mean,
the open letter to President George we are from Councillor Serena Seafors.
It's belated. He should have done that ever since. I mean, that's his right to call for investigation and trial, but why are you calling for it now? You know, President, we are on his way out. When they caught you, that's when you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to, if you know you're really, really innocent, I will be on their case. You see, Brother Scott, the Councillor Gloria Musu Scott's son. Yeah. You see how that boy all over the place. We don't want pardon. We know it's not true because he know his mom did not do it. That's how you know people who are innocent. That's how you see them going about things. That's how you see them acting, calling for investigation. Because I know with him, I say, you can't tell me, say, oh, I mean, when it took $1 million from Albert Chia money. I be like, who? I beg you that for the cameras. I beg you that because I know with him, I said, I didn't do it, right? I would be all over there and something. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
So, telling everybody to join me to do it.
You must say Malia.
The reason I made they didn't come out early. The rats they had enough cheese. The cheese finishing now. So
someone is predicting here. I don't know. Someone is predicting here. Tita Brown is predicting. She says what?
These are the rats. These are the incoming rats.
They're the rats.
You agree with Tita Brown?
That's true.
Of course.
Yep.
Yes.
I agree with her 80%.
I agree with
her 80%. Yep.
Okay.
I don't know about Gray, but I know about what I call him Fina. I don't know about
Gray. Probably be getting the same thing like Koji. Like Koji
will get you a violation.
But guys, let's move on. Moba, you can take us to the phone lines.
Yeah. Thank you, Nelson. You know,
I think you okay now, right? You just go to the phone lines, right? You okay, right?
Yeah, I won't talk. No, not talk much, man. You know.
Oh, don't listen to him.
Why you do that?
No. For instance, Nelson was asking me questions. That's two different things.
Asking you went through this already.
You know, first day when the American government session. Serena C4 and the other two, he was like he went quiet for I think no one hearing for almost years, you know. But right now he's speaking like before doing our court trial. The time they session here you could hear him like the whole world would know. You know we're talking about Serena C4 in the court. Serena C4 doing the press conference. I think you Nelson, you guys are carrying all the things live. But when they hit him, he went mute. Today, since the hating, right? I hear nothing from him until today. You know the reason why he wrote this stuff? You know, look, let that analyze it because the JNB government coming in power. He just wanted to make it look like, you know, he's so, you know, like he's so serious about the case to the extent he wants to exonerate himself. But it is late. I would say it's late in the sense that why He never came out. But according to the scene letter, he said, the justice minister said everybody should cry their own cry. But now, everything coming together for a good or bad. What is someone say? For good or for bad. So now,
man, I'm afraid when you get to the church.
My man, I noticed somebody that now.
I'll call Maggie for you. Maggie has some scriptures for you.
No, I want George. She can discuss George and Anthony. So with also man, George. Let us be. Let when we come here, let us tell Liberian people the truth. No, let me tell you. They set the whole session issues, right? The people get evident, my brother. You that done that say, my man, you citizen done that, and I am right. That privilege was given to you. So when you violate the people and the people know you're born like brother, all your passport you carry, they will tell you place of birth. They not say Australia. They will tell you place of birth is Liberia. No matter you can go or you cannot, that's it. That privilege was given to you. So when you violate the people law, they will deport you. So that thing telling you when I go like that, America possession when you go Australia will show you by Liberia. That's it. America and Liberia can work the same. That the people all in there, they are the same people. They can't tell you the police, some of the people on station, where they can go. Some of them just scared to go Ghana. So let us be real when we come here. The Liberian people, you say you love, let me conclude now. You say you love the Liberian people. Every day you come on the show, you say things. It is like time for you to say the truth.
You're not speaking to the issue. You're speaking to Georgetown, Moba. You're not speaking
let me speak to the issue. But man, we better talk about this session thing. What they ain't about.
Okay, you start talking about issue now. Let's go to the line.
Let me conclude.
Let the audience talk now.
Okay, let me conclude. Yeah, let me conclude. Serena Sifa, thank you for writing a piece of note. We will hold it. When our Papa come in power, we'll give it to him. Papa open the investigation. If they got want to be exonerated or he be found guilty, let him pay the penalty for what he did to the Liberian people. More especially, all the things they told, more especially the property or other stuff, that bank account whatsoever, we must make sure we seize them after investigation. And then when they found guilty, we separate their salary from what not belong to them. And then the other one will confiscate them and put it in the government cover so our people can get a better health facility and a good education. That's the reason why America keeps fighting these things. It's not about nothing. It's not brand like your man. That's your the post doing all the things for.
05551011075 05551011075 and the WhatsApp number is on the screen there scrolling. You can call via WhatsApp as well. Let's take our first call. Hello.
Yes, good morning. This is Reverend Alexander Kenyanepo calling from Painesville, Liberia.
Okay, go ahead, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, since October 10th, I've been listening to your platform, but every time I call on local number, they tell me the call is not going. But thank God tonight that I'm going through. I like the way everything is going with these guys. I told somebody, I said, no matter how long a stick stays in water, it can never turn to a crocodile. Many of these guys thought they would remain in power for life, and not knowing that Liberia is not only for them. They thought whatever you do, you will remain there. I like the stand that the Americans have taken. And just as someone said, because we Liberians have taken the right decision, so America say, okay, I will support you. Those guys, I believe, close to the inauguration, names will come up, especially right after the inauguration. Big names. Maybe Georgina then will come up. Gloria then will come out. So we are watching, and we thank God how everything is going on.
Anyway, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's take this person from, let me take Bien Gabu, then I'll go to this line. Hello, Bien, welcome. You're live on the show.
Hello, Nancy, how you doing?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, Nancy, the whole session business, like today I was saying thinking, I was thinking, I tell Liberian people, I wanted to think, say, like Guinea post sanction on these people. Like people are saying, like, I wanted to know the meaning of this sanction.
I mean, but
Let today listen to the no, listen, Nelson, please let me talk. That's how they feel because I don't think they know the definition of this sanction. Look at what is Lily read today. Somebody that is born that does not even know how you get your corruption is being affected for a lifetime. If you understand what I Lily read today, like when people would say that when I was told you wasn't coaching on that shoulder, somebody I wonder how to read. Do they understand the meaning of America putting sanction on you? And I go back to George. George, why when always things happen, you come and feel that people are wish hunting your fellow partisan? We are speaking on a broad perspective. Nobody is wish hunting anybody. It can be whosoever that has sanction for. Let it get there. Okay. You just said you saw Jeremiah and you saw the vice president name in it. And his name is there, let it go for him. But don't come out like the quest is standing around. There's no other side of the quest. No.
Thank you.
Nobody wish hunting anybody.
Thank you, PM. Thanks a lot. Let's take this person. Hello. Hello. Okay, so we go to this line. Hello.
Morning.
Morning. Go ahead. You're live.
My name is Eric. I call from Joe Community.
Eric, let's hear you, sir.
All right. Thank you for the topic on discussion. I know these guys, they've been from this country for a very long time. There's somebody said Georgina and Gloria there with camera. Even after inauguration, after inauguration, even the president, the current president named Campbell, Finabon, Akaras Gray, and that of even the buffer for those guys with Campbell.
You think so?
They should not, yes, seriously, because of from the issue that has to do with Cabinet Jana issue, Akaras Gray, then all of them, they were all in all of these things, and doing all kinds of things in there. So their names would not remain. And let me, I want to applaud George for being with you guys because the matter Vasco, that's a question I have for you guys. Vasco, so Vasco only cares time for campaign to be selling his candidate, but after that, because Vasco was telling you guys that after the election, I hope that you guys don't run away, but for him, you escape. Since then, I haven't heard from him, so I don't know.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Let's talk to this person. This one. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Yes, sir. Your name and where you call from?
I'm calling from Denmark.
You calling from where?
Denmark County.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
I just want to applaud you for your program this morning. What the Americans are doing is just in the interest, the best interest of Liberian people. Those guys getting to public offices and just get themselves rich. They are poor in actual poverty. So, and you can't afford to eat. They get all the money, they kind of use it during the election, pollute the election which is supposed to be. Now that those the content people, they don't have money to contest. They just get them out. So whatsoever the case, whosoever found guilty of this crime, their poverty should be seized and be given to the Liberian people so that they can use the resources for the betterment of the country.
Thank you.
That's my contribution.
Thanks a lot. Let's take this person from the WhatsApp line. Hello. Oh my word, what's happening? Okay, hello.
Hello.
Yes, you are live. Your name and where you call from?
My name is Pewy. I'm calling from Sopene.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah. I've been listening to this program.
Yeah.
I know they say when you're not wearing the shoes,
Can you reduce the volume of your radio? There's a terrible feedback coming in.
Okay. You say when you wearing the shoes, you that wearing the shoes, you know the pains are in it. Yes. And I'm speaking as a mother.
Okay.
As a mother of 4 boys, children. And it's not easy. You know what it means for a situation to reduce you to nothing? You got a business, you get the business, you sell today. When you're going to buy tomorrow, you have to add money to what you're going to buy. And you have to pay your children's school fees.
Okay.
As people got a thing, they can say, girl children can easily help than boys children. Boys children are still on.
So yeah,
everything you have to pay for them. So this sanction, it is in place.
Okay.
It's in place because nothing. We live in our own country. We live in exile.
Thank you.
Some of us we live in Guinea. We know the kind of life we went through in our Guinea there. Then we come back in our own country. Because some of us were in exile, we didn't want to come back home. But they encouraged us to come back. And we came back. And we were suffering more than we were in exile. So the sanction is very important.
Thank you.
Yeah, trusting soon, trusting medicine.
Thank you.
Letting people go through these things, and the money that belongs to this country, let it come back.
Thank you, ma'am. Let's hold you there and take other callers. Thanks a lot. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Let's take this person. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, is this cool?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. You're live.
Hi, how you doing? This is Joseph Kima. I accused you for being on CDC before.
Oh, you accused me? You accused me of being CDC before, eh?
Oh yeah, I did the whole time have been. Oh, and thank God that we have been on the winning side. But don't call me up because the person who called in after me just give me their only 1 minute. So I think I get a long time to talk.
That person.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they just give me that. Yeah, just give me that minute. This not all just leave it or leave it. I don't think it's right. This is what making us to be done the whole time. People should be punished for their wrongdoing. The new government that coming in, we all supported this new government. So it come. What we wanted to do first, let it audit. So those guys who coming from Minnesota and other places, like the previous government, we're not thinking about doing what the current government doing.
Okay.
That is massive corruption. So they should be audited and be punished according to the law. It's no witch hunting. People should not feel it's witch hunting. People like Jefferson Kochi should be brought to justice. It's not witch hunting. I'll be honest with you. But we don't just want for this to be like a cycle. People come and do evil things and be set free, and another person come, oh yeah, you know what, this is Liberia, and we'll just be set free. Don't want that.
Thank you, sir. Let's hold you there and take another call. Yes, we have to take as many calls. Let's take this person. Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, please go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, this is Victoria calling from Norway.
Okay, let's hear you, ma'am.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to the American government for censoring those people that stole from us and do a lot of things in our country.
Okay.
We are flying high. The foreigner say, I believe I can fly. I believe we can touch the sky like great. It's flying high. And we just want to tell God thank you that they are being censored and more censure is coming. The Bible says the wickedness that men does yes after them. So the wickedness they do, they are paid for it. So we just want to tell the American people, thank you. They will bring more censure and censure more of them. Then they stay in the country, the money in the store, they can stay like well to enjoy themselves.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nothing.
Thanks a whole lot. Okay, so let's take this person. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Nelson.
Okay, you're live.
Nelson, can you please send me Serena's first letter, please?
Okay, I'll share
That's
that.
what I call for.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That. Okay. They let her hack you go.
But Nestle, just to go to Nestle, just to go to OK FM.
Hello. Yeah, you're live. Let's hear you. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yes, I think I ought to be more than week. I thank you. My man, I embrace the vision.
Okay.
And I tell God, go, and I got a serious concern. You know, see, I want the coordinator that are working on the volunteer role. And I control from 15 gig going all the way as far as Kerry's Greg. Hello?
You are live,
Hello?
sir. You are live,
Yeah,
sir.
and self assistance. I responsible for a grad get up to 75 group. No
Okay.
tools, no food, no nothing to do the work. We get encourage people to do it. So I'm calling the city all the time saying, tell them, please help us. I will be all the
Yeah, but we
food
can do that on the radio, sir. We can do that on the radio. You'll have to be off the radio. Or you can come at
And
Spoon
no,
FM, come at the station, meet the management, and then you can take off from there. But you can do that on the radio, sir.
okay.
Thank you. Okay. So let's take this person. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, you are live. Your name and where you calling from?
Hey, this is Joe Waller Cooper. I'm calling from Maryland, United States.
Let's hear you, sir.
Well, the issue with the sanction, with these people coming in last minute time to try to clear their names or their name, to that respect, it is late. Let's look at it this way. To the Liberian people, has it been fair to them or to us? People coming overnight, they get rich, abandon their responsibilities. One typical example is that typical, of course. Let's look at a city. We have a mayor with a budget. The city is filtered. He's not a dumper hero, as he said. We look at Painesville, filtered, trash. We have a mayor has a budget. What happened to that money?
Thank you.
Okay? Every one of those people here are corrupt. And they have taken advantage of the Liberian people to enrich themselves. I think they should all go after them.
Thank you.
The government should go after them. Okay. Thank you very much for allowing me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So we'll have to hold it at that. Let me just squeeze in this finder person. Hello? Oh my word. Okay, hello.
See?
Okay, you are live. Go
Hello?
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so my name is from Upper Kawe.
Okay, go ahead, Thomas. Let's hear you.
So I just want to register and support my sister Emmy. What she said. That's the difference between unit partisans and supporters and the other citizens. Okay, we didn't care who knew will come on our list. All we want is the best thing to be done. You understand? If you will follow the trend, you will understand that America is helping Liberia to point out the corrupt officials. So we are not saying the person name and be the other person. Anybody name that comes, even JMB. You understand? That's the difference between us. We are not saying 6 plus 6. We're so clear. We voted JMB for a better Liberia. Even JMB comes to power, he doesn't do the work of Liberian people. We take it out.
Thank you.
The country is bigger than anybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. All right, so we will now close up on the call-in segment, and then we'll do our closing. Ture, let's start with you. You can take your 1 minute. And do your
you know what
closing.
I love you? You can make me laugh. As soon as I read it, you say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, but
I didn't put money with that. Oh, you say no problem. Thank you, Chief.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for giving us your time and your ears. Look, we should all welcome this. This is a new Pandora box that we're about to open now with ushering JMB and all of the individual men and women that he's going to bring on board to help deliver Liberia. Look, Nelson, this program must stay, and this program will stay. We'll be on here. Like I stated yesterday, we did not come on here to criticize President George Manning. We are continuously on these facts. We need to come and sit down and see these things happen and not talk about it. You can accuse me of everything. You cannot accuse me of being a hypocrite. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Right? That's why I took myself to school, educated myself to be self-sufficient. And I be on somebody bandwagon for something that I can get for myself. All right? You cannot buy my thoughts. You cannot buy my intuition. I see things and I will speak as I see them. So, ladies and gentlemen, let all of us welcome this new Liberia that we are all, you know what I mean, like, you know, seeing right now, happening right before our eyes, right? If it can happen to President George Weah, there be no excuse that when these things start to happen, God forbid, when they start to show face, when they start to show their ugly face, honor JMB, let muster the same courage and speak these things out. Just because we sat there and dismantle President George Weah administration and sold them to the Liberian people that they are not good for us. Only for us to sit down because we supported JMB, but because it will be shameful for us to come and self-govern ourselves and try to actually criticize that which we have supported and be ashamed of doing that. Let thunder fire every one of us. Let thunder strike every one of us if we not do that for the Liberian people.
You're saying this, and it reminds me of this video. Ture, most of it. Why are your issues always related to video? Now, I want you to watch this video. Listen to this for those of you in radio.
Reservations about Liberian politicians.
What is his plan for Liberia? I have watched so many of his videos on Facebook, and sometimes by the time they click live, I get a notification that he's on live. So he's about to answer my question. I'm going to keep this video for reference in case in the future anything comes up good. So here.
Thank you very much, my sister. And I want to say this to you. This sister, for skepticism, for cynicism, for reservations about Liberian politicians, they are well founded, they are legitimate, they are valid because of her experience, which is now unique to her, which has come up among the Liberian people because they've been let down so many times. But I want to make this promise to you. On this 15th day of November 2020,
let me add my voice on it.
that if I ever get elected to public office in Liberia, however high or low that office is, if my intentions would not be good, would not be in line with the things that I have preached. I have preached for the last 9 years, for which I have suffered, for which I have gone to jail. If my intentions would not be good, I ask God in His might and His power to ensure that I do not ever come close to any such office. If I will let the people down, then I should rather not get elected to whichever position.
Amen.
That is what I
So this is a recording, right? I'm going to keep this recording for reference.
There is God, oh, there is God, oh.
There is God, my brother. There is God.
Oh, Nelson,
I mean, don't be backstage and be talking. There is God. I think he's saying is similar to that video.
But Nelson, you see, I and that guy, we have nothing in common.
Oh,
absolutely nothing.
No, you have something in common. The both of you are light skin. You have something in common.
Maybe.
No. They have something in common, right?
The
man is light skin and you are light skin.
No, that man Ray. Me, I kind of, I'm Ray.
I beg you, man. Just conclude.
But let me tell you, Nelson. Look, let me tell you, brother. You see, I mean, maybe I have the U.S. orientation in me now that I've been given the power to fend for myself and not rely on anybody else, right? Maybe that's the orientation that's in me, because nobody give you hand out here. Nobody, you don't go to nobody say, pro, nah. You know what I mean? You work for what, yeah, there's no brabby being here. You know what I mean? You work for what you get, and what you get is what you eat, right? So we take pride in that. So you see, when we speak on these issues, We're speaking it because if we can't stand up to people that we supported, if we can't stand up to people that we are putting our head on chopping board for, when these people start, I think there were a lot of pull for shots, right? Just because they supported somebody, when that person is deviating from what they have promised the Liberian people, but because we supported them, because we have our faces on a billboard, we can't muster that courage to criticize this individual, and that is wrong. All right, that is wrong. If we did it to President George Manning, we should be able to do it to,
JMB.
JMB. We should be able to. That's the only way we can transform Liberia. But because we supported somebody, and we should not have the courage, even if the president is slacking, then we're not doing justice to ourselves, and we're certainly not doing justice to our conscience. And I'm not going to be prisoner of the moment. Certainly don't look like someone who can be prisoner of the moment. I'm highly opinionated, and I will speak my mind whenever I see fit. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Dr. Kelvin, let's hear you.
Dre, just tell us, where is GMB right now?
Thank you very much, fellow member of this panel.
No, Dr. Kelvin, sorry, Dr. Kelvin. I'm coming. Just 1 minute, less than that. Okay, so Toure said I should pull this photo up. Toure said this is JMB.
Just said that 2020 picture.
There you go. That's JMB right now.
Is it?
Right now.
That's JMB 2020 picture.
2023 in Rhode Island, right there.
That's what George said today. He said 2020 picture.
What tells us that 2023 there, or that debut yesterday or last week? What tells us? Yeah, you guys need to just buy.
Okay, so
you go explain time, no evidence.
I don't want to
no evidence.
My man.
Well, let's hear you, Dr. Kelvin. Let's give Dr. Kelvin a chance to wrap up.
Thank you guys very much for sitting out late this night. Mr. Kula, thank you very much, and thank the Spoon family for what you guys are initiated and for gathering us all. I see George in Australia, I from Malaysia, another guy, Jerry from Korea. We can all converge on this platform to be able to share this. This is a wonderful thing that Spoon is doing. And I will also like to suggest something to the Spoon family. Spoon have started advertising in recent times with advice from all clients that will come in that want to advertise for 50 other things. I would like to suggest that Spoon should also include those acts about violence. You make some act about violence, the violence that has been carried out in our country to stop violence against women, stop violence against girls. Those are times that when we're on this platform, you can bring it in also to put it in. Because people are listening to us, and other people are also listening to the big Spoon platform when they are there, so they can be able to absorb. Because the same way they absorb the information about the election, they can also absorb this information that stop violence, stop this kind of a bad attitude, gang mob violence, and this kind of a thing. I think it will be very, very encouraging. So in as much that I enjoy this platform, I love this platform, and because it is in alignment with that of the policy of Joseph Newman Boaka, when you talk about love Liberia, think Liberia, and build Liberia, I think all these things are in alignment with the manifesto of the incoming president. So I thank you guys, and thank the people in Vivi land. I want to say thank you for putting up your time. When I see you call, I think that you love Liberia. You want to get information. I know the situation is hard, but God is sending something our way. Let us be patient and embrace the incoming president for all to work together and build Liberia. Thank you very much, and I submit to you, Mr. Kule.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Officer Hans. Let's hear you, sir.
Hans.
Whatever, that's the name. Hans.
Officer Hans.
I was seeing Nelson one day. You were explaining tire.
No evidence.
Anyways, thank you, Nelson. Thank you, Radio and TV Land. Thank you, panelists. Voice is bad. I just want to say that we have an incoming government. We are looking forward to seeing a lot being implemented for the benefit and good of Liberians. home and abroad. Because I want to say this to you. We're hearing about the list or the not so list. I'm speaking to the incoming government first. Don't think you have a free ride on the Liberian people again. It's not going to happen. As long as we sitting on this platform and other platforms, if someone else don't make this platform in the near 6 months, 1 year, the Facebook, the Instagram is there. We'll reach people somewhere, somehow. One government official still will blacklist you, will make sure you get punished. Because you people are taking we the Liberian people for granted. So we're hearing the deal you're striking. We're hearing it. But it's not going to work because we trust the man that is leading this team that's going to lead. And I'm sure Jeremiah Kun was vetted properly before he was being selected as the VP. So if something was there on his record, the American government would not have gone further. They would have gave the tip, the GMB. So the George, I understand the CDC momentum still in you. You will get over it. It's just a matter of time. Okay? There is no way on this earth that Joseph Boyka would have picked somebody who they know will be on sanction list. About Chiele, we knew from day one that Samuel Tuer and them were going to get on some kind of punishment or something was going to happen to these people, including a big rat. So the stealing that went on in Liberia the last 6 years, I say it finish, but it's gonna finish. And you're who's sitting in the Senate, you're the incoming representatives and senators that are gonna meet the old ones there. Liberian people that are listening to us right now on this platform, you're telling us thank you every day. We want to empower you to challenge your speakers, your representatives, and your senators. Those people up on the Capitol Hill in Monrovia, they are the kryptonite to the success of Liberians.
Thank you. Thank you, Officer Hans. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now let me just squeeze someone in quickly, and then we'll take Josh. Please, let's do this one. You are live. Go ahead quickly. Let's hear you, sir.
Oh, thank you, next, my brother. Thank you so much, and thank you to your panel. I want to say I'm calling from South Africa, George, to be precise, Western Cape. I want to say my name is Frankie. Your program is very nice. I want to say thanks to the studio guests that are there that are pounding such a good information to the Liberian people in and out of the country. But I think my own little point here I want to make is that the problem that we see in Liberia, I think it is something that have to do with ourselves. I think we need to put that into record to make sure that we'll be able to do what is right for the country, Liberia. We may be outside, but we know that Liberia is the only place that we have. So come to the sanction and stuff that is happening around the current government that is about to leave power and the government that is coming in. I think this is something that is happening that has to settle down in this country. Because if we start to see this now, we must be able to appreciate what is coming out. This is something that we have been seeing for decades in our politics or in our setting or in our country, that people will be into such act and then go free, or we still see it. We still see it. So this is thing that we might applaud. Okay. And then another thing is this that I just want to make this quick and I go. Let's understand that we are not here to witch hunt people. But the thing here is this, that we are doing this so that Liberia can grow, even from the past or to the present. It should be something that it should be a precedent, and it should be clearly stated that everybody should understand that it's something that should be done. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a whole lot for your input. So let's take you, Josh, and then Francis, and then Amy, and then Moba. There we go. Josh?
Thank you. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're live.
All right, good, thanks.
No secret, please.
Okay, good night.
Josh, why you say good night? I mean, we can share feedback on the audio quality. Josh, come on.
Josh like to be in feeling slang. Or
Josh, did I see the last night?
Josh, go ahead and do your closing. Let's hear you, Josh.
Everyone have been speaking. No one interrupted.
I tell you good night.
As soon as I open my mouth, Amy interrupts.
Come on.
I was just trying to help you out.
No, you're not.
Amy, like best
I
friend.
need your help.
You need my help, Josh. You need me.
Guys, let's do our closing and go. I beg you.
It's been a wonderful show. And thank you guys for expressing yourself. I did as well. I don't care what people think or they feel. That's my position. And I'm not going to change it for anyone. And I'm hopeful that we get a better life out of this. I'm very hopeful because I want to be proud of my country. And we can all be proud. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. Bye for me.
Thank you. Francis, let's hear
No
you.
pan butter rice.
Yeah, for me, I just want to talk, let my Liberian people to understand something. After each election, we need to put aside partisanship and come together as one people and keep a close and watchful eye on the government that takes over. Because we don't have time to keep fighting each other. Oh, my party lost, so I'm going to be better. Don't allow people to use you as a pawn to be disruptive. We should pray for our government, every government to be successful. Trust me, we wanted George Weah to be successful because we just threw 6 years in the gutter. If you had a baby in 2018 or 2017 when you won the election, your baby is 6 years old today. And if you had gotten 6 more years, your baby will be 12 years old and nothing to show for. So we just wasted 6 years. And we sitting here, I see people in the comment section talking to the Joe Burger. It's like they're praying for him to not be successful. If you are Liberian,
ridiculous.
It doesn't matter if you are CDC and you're the party wing, and you praying for Joe Burger to be unsuccessful. If you have children, you should be embarrassed of yourself to think that way. Because if he is not successful, your children's future, you're wasting 12 years of your children's future. If you don't even have kids yet, imagine a country that is backwards when you start to have kids. So we should all sit down every time. We should pray for our leaders to be successful so that we can all be successful. So that we have foreign investors coming in. So government job should be for people who have love for country to go and want to do good. If you want to be rich, you shouldn't run to government job. You should go to the private sector. Exactly. And that's how it is all over the developed world. If you want to be rich, you go to the private sector. You have love for country, you go to the government. So let's stop this stuff. Let's stop letting people pit us against each other. Joe Burger won the election. Let's pray for him to be successful. And we disagree with him, we point that out. We fight him on the election. All my brothers and sisters are said on this platform. We fought for Joe Burger because no, Judge Weah was not good it's not good for the country. But Joe Burger is not getting a free ride. The pressure that we put on Judge Weah, it was small. They won't compare to what we'll put on Joe Burger if he think he's going to come in and sleep and bring his people in. It's not going to happen. So I'm going to leave it. Let's be united. The people versus the government. That's how we should be every time after election. Then when election coming up, we can go our separate ways and push the policies of our respective candidates. But once the election is over, we need to come together and be the whistleblower on the government. But just 5 seconds, Nelson. For my folks, last week Wednesday I gave out recess. And I know Christmas coming. So by the grace of God, I'll be giving out Christmas on next week, Wednesday. You know, small things. So my people outside in America, if you want to help out, you can inbox me and stuff. But I put my small thing together. I'll be giving a reset again next week, Wednesday. So I'll announce the time as the week go on. You can call in on WhatsApp. Answer a question. As you guys saw last Wednesday, the question was pretty simple, you know. But we'll give out Christmas to people again. I don't know how many people will give out Christmas to. I'm still raising funds and stuff. But if you ask in America, please inbox me if you want to give out resets and stuff. But I will be doing it next week Wednesday. So keep following my page, and I will announce what time of the day it will be. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Francis. Yeah.
May day free adult.
That will cost you $50, please.
Yeah, that will cost you $100.
But man, I won't get it put in Christmas. You can't tell me out.
More corruption.
Go ahead. Let's hear you. Amy.
Okay. Well, people we said everything already. Sanction is real. You know, the only thing that I'm happy for Nelson and the rest of the guys. You know, before people they used to do that whole sanction thing to put on the entire country, right? And then everybody suffers for some corrupt official behavior. But I'm loving it so much these days that they found something that it was useless. These people didn't do anything. Why should they suffer? They put it on those individuals and their families, and that's a good thing that we're supposed to be celebrating. Instead of you letting somebody to butter your head and lie to you that, oh, it's not important to lying to this person because you like the person or the person giving you $20. No. If that person wasn't stealing from you, you would be able to get more than $20 for yourself in your country. The foreigners in your country will not have more rights, will not be living better life than you are. You won't be singing no Muya, Zekwe, or Baku to somebody before you get your daily bread. You will not. That's how serious this is. And you're making it look like it's a party thing, it was done against United Party, or it was done against ANC. It was not all the amount of party. Stop it. That's something that hurt the entire country. Your children.
Thank you.
Your future. Your retirement. We should stop that. Like Francis already said, this is not no party. The election is over. People come here, they want to defend people because they're in my party, and they know exactly what they're saying from their mouth. They don't believe it. But what? They only defend more. So they got a lot. So the people that done it, I don't know how it works. So maybe people say, oh, America is there, America is there. My brother and sisters, we already told you, America will not support their need. Then tomorrow GMB asks for evidence. They can't produce the evidence. They get something, then they lie on people. You know what that is? You know what kind of problem that is for America? So don't let anybody to fool you. Say, oh, because if they say, I don't know why all these bad politicians in Africa, when they do something wrong, they always want to be calling people to make some noise. That's the thing Arichie doing. I think that Gabon president calling the Senate to make some noise because they might be coming for you too. So don't sit there and be quiet about it. No, when you are going to Jamaica Resort every morning and not going to work, going meet where we are and take order from him instead of you giving him orders from the legislature or whatever thing that you're doing. None of that. You are not taking the entire Senate with you. So nobody making some noise. You will deal with it yourself. You say it's a lie. You come in. How can you go up there and speak for everybody? We. This is not like somebody said a susu thing. Speak for yourself. What if do you know what are these people lying to you or not? You go stand there talking about we did not do it. What if they just come and tell you something about country? Say, oh yes, I did it.
Thank you.
You should know better as a Senate Pro-Tem.
Thank you very much.
People, open your eyes. We are in the new day. Don't let anybody lie to you. They stole from us, all of us, and we should be angry about it. And we should hold them accountable. And thanks to the Americans for starting for us.
Thanks a lot, Moba.
Yeah. Let our people know government is to serve. It's not to steal. It's not to enrich themselves. If you are given the opportunity to serve in any government position, it's like you go in a restaurant and you're buying your food, and a waitress serving you, and they put your food in the plate, they give it that what they say serve, they serve you. So, like every Liberian, get our mind. Government is to serve. If you get that definition of serve, you will know when you elect your representative or your senator or your president, you will know the thing they're supposed to do for your country or your district or your county. Because if they're there to serve you, you just need to relax, they cook the food, they give it to you, say eat. Meaning, they make Google concession, they bring companies, and they employ you, and they work on your health setup. That's the reason why we're here every day.
Thank you.
People did, my man, okay.
Mama, we got to wrap up, Mama.
Okay, let me conclude now. I said, make me lag. I can't even talk for them. I said, let me conclude.
We got to wrap up.
Anyway,
That's the benefit of a co-moderator.
Yeah, but anyway, that's it. Like, we'll come there every day, we'll say what we gotta say, but the American, you guys in Liberia should be celebrating right now. You should be happy because all the people that stole your money, the one that coming in, they will be scared to do it. Because when they do it, majority of the people will be working at government to get a family in America here. If they try it, America will blast them, then our family will go by or still put more on it. So all the things they're doing, you shouldn't follow the other people who saying that you should go on the street to go protest, to go cause chaos, to go attack people. You shouldn't do it. Let us come on one umbrella. When JMB going on like the wrong side, will come right here, will tell the Liberian people he fought, what he going, and what he doing is not right for the country. And we will bring the ills out. That's how our country will move forward. But for to go on the street, to go protest, to go cause chaos, attacking our brother and sister, don't do that, man. We beg y'all. As I close, man, that God bless Liberia and God bless.
Thank you, sir. Moba, thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you. Dre, thank you very much. Happy birthday again. We wish you all the very best. I understand you are officially
my man, they be a 2 times row, you still get that thing on you. Yeah, man, I hate to see that thing.
Ture is officially 52 years old. Happy birthday to you, Ture. Wow, why you want to claim something that you have 52 years old?
Blessed.
A blessing. A lot of people don't live to see 52, brother.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I mean, where I want to ego town? Where they making flour? Where I want to ego town?
That's Kevin. Thanks for being here.
You get where it hot.
I appreciate you.
This is not game day.
Hans, thanks for being here today.
2 weeks flogging, a small flogging.
Nelson, who's your team?
Man, Victory FC, man.
Anything we man. My man got John Liverpool. We're the best right now.
Yeah.
Nelson, did you they said they just discovered a new team in Liberia called Sanction FC. Have you heard of that team?
That team is the hottest team in the country right
now. The coach.
I mean, a shot player there, former world best and everything.
Yeah, man. I want to say thanks to everyone, man. Officer Hans. I think I got it now, Hans, right? Yeah.
No, you still miss it. Let's go. H-E-I-N-Z. Heinz.
You're the voice of Brett, Hans.
At
least he tried.
Let me tell you.
Go pull it. It's German.
Let's put your cash app up so he can say cash app everything.
They're not American hands.
I need to put my cash app up.
Put your cash or your mobile money. Anything you call it, he can give you some money.
Anything you have, man.
Nelson, thank you, man.
Thank you. It doesn't let the horse have that mosquito there. They come outside, they feel everything good. You know, when you eat a horse, then the horse hot, then the mosquito, they get silly. That's what happening to them.
Princess, thanks a lot, man. Amy, thanks for being here tonight. Moba, you making the show noises.
Every time I hear about that mosquito thing, my man. Moba, every time I hear about mosquito, it can traumatize me, man. My 2019 experience in Liberia was not easy.
When the room hot, then the mosquito on. Jesus.
No, not easy. Man can't talk all.
You can't sleep.
LEC left, my man. I nearly cry.
Guys are going. Let me tell you.
Nothing can. Mosquito can bite you plenty places, but I.
Officer, the first person I'll take on to make her know that don't rule other.
No lawyer order.
Taking people on.
Oh, that's it tomorrow, man.
See ya.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
You know, anybody about to 2 days on that thing, I mean, get on.
Yeah. I may be. Oh, okay. She left. But I want to say thanks to all of you, man. Thanks for being here tonight. We look forward to having a great show tomorrow. Thanks to all of you for watching this edition of the Late Night Show. My name is Nelson Colette. Thanks to the entire team. And again, happy birthday to our man, Vakabinet Toure, who's celebrating his birthday today. Thanks to Gibby FM that relays this program. Thanks to Trust FM, and all the other radio stations. We are always live across the Spoon Network on Spoon FM 107.5, Fabric 101.1, and Super 95.5 FM. We want to say thanks to all of you in the comment section who always come up. You show up there, you make a contribution. We appreciate all of you in the comment section. I see T. Harris Taylor, Nelson Yellow, Doris Gay, I see Tita Brown, and just all of you, Axford, Coport, and yes, I see Perry Zulu. Yes, all of you, Matthew Zinn, all of you, thanks for your continuous contribution in the comment section. We appreciate you a lot. Till we come your way again, have a good night. This is how we draw down the curtains on the Late Night Show for tonight. Bye-bye.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, Stanton with the spoon, and your boy, Friday the Southern Band, George James on the beat.